Well, I say every day it's a getting closer to taking a bath with my fucking toaster.
We're not qualified.
Explorers in the further regions of experience.
Did you not listen?
Then the hell with you.
Greetings, salutations, and welcome to the 172nd episode of Screaming Into the Void, the show where we talk about whatever the hell we feel like, except today, apparently. Now we have to talk about this, but we'll get to that. My name is Sam the Infamous, and joining me today, we have a panoply of people. We may even have more people stopping in as the show progresses. A bit of a British invasion today, but first up, we've got, as always, the inimitable Caucasian Sasquatch.
Greetings and salutations.
Okay. Also coming in for he hasn't been on the show I think in a little while, but Clifton 3D.
Yes, hello. Here's the German. We're going to be talking about a great person today.
Yeah, but not the one you're thinking of. And
but a dictator nonetheless.
Right. And stepping in with the female representation. Anna's Gameland.
Oh, I thought you were going to go to Abe. Здравствуйте, товарищи, comrades. Yes, I sound like Sam Elliott all over again, but yeah, good to be here. Thank you.
Welcome in. And joining us on the panel today, we have an old friend who has streamed with me before multiple times. He's even been on this channel several times, but it's been a minute. Jack Tarlat.
Howdy.
Welcome in. Glad to have you, brother.
Hi.
And then, we've got Abe's.
Everyone's got Abe's.
Yeah. Well, it's not my fault.
Up here without...
Yeah.
I'm not going to apologize for existing, sir.
No, nobody's asking you to. Nobody's asking you to. We just, regret it generally.
Yeah. Go fuck yourself too. Nice to meet you, everyone.
I love you, brother. So I had an entirely different show planned today. We had a bunch of silliness we were going to get into, and I have lost track of all of that because apparently things happened today that superseded all of that regarding my president and the now deposed and detained illegitimate president of Venezuela, Nicolas Maduro. So here we are. This is what we're going to be covering today. We're going to be talking about hot breaking news. Now, it's been a minute since we did anything like real, political or current eventy, mainly because I kept running into images of dead kids. And that was a thing that I didn't want to see anymore. So I just kind of pivoted away from that for a while. But this is big news. And this is big news, not just because, it happened today, but also because the repercussions down the road are going to affect pretty much everybody across the planet. Except maybe Somalia.
Are we watching the cycling of the petrodollar?
I think we might be watching the resurgence of it.
I don't know if it's going to be a resurgence. Historically, the way this kind of thing goes is there is some critical flaw detected in the system. Some banker somewhere is like, hey, we got to fix this. And the way to do it is to create a brand new fiat currency, exactly like the old fiat currency. But this one's better because it's attached to a solid resource. And then we vote that shit down and, go back to fiat currency. Because we can offload almost all of our interest onto the world through the petrodollar. But you're welcome.
So
Somebody's echoing. Somebody's listening in. Whose phone is listening in?
It's Trump. He's looking for his next target. Shit.
It's Keir Starmer, hopefully.
Gonna wake up with a Reaper drone.
Right. So Something like that. And before we get too much further, before I forget, because I want to get to the topics, I'm going to say hello to the chat here real quick. We've got Scotty Waddles with us. Howdy. Good to see you. We have Lepeau de Fleur, Canadian extraordinaire. We have True American, not a Canadian at all. Darlene McGee, good to see you. We have, I'm scrolling down here. JB's in the chat. Howdy. Good to see you, man. We've got Old Blindy in the chat. We have Maddie T1V. Welcome in. I hate this. I hate the the ats. It's dumb. Just showing people's preferred usernames. But whatever. We have Logical Spark. Welcome in. Anarchy Television. Howdy. And I think that's everybody so far. If you are in any of the places I'm about to mention, let us know you're here by dropping something in the chat. We are live on 2 separate YouTube channels, Sammy the Infamous and Caucasian Sasquatch. We're also live on Twix and Rumble. And I think that's everybody. Nope, there's Lucas DJ 360.
I'd like to respond to his comment. What is this?
Go for it.
So,
go for it.
Quite easily to explain. This is the deepest, darkest hole of regret you've ever seen. This is the place your ideas go to perish due to lack of confrontation. This is the void. And I'm going to scream into it.
Yeah, that sums it up, I think. The Rav1, welcome in. So, like I said, if you're in any of those places, let us know you're here, all that stuff. I will do my very best to, keep up with at least one of your chats up on the screen kind of thing as you come in. I do fuck that up sometimes. It is a thing. It's fine, whatever. But this is for those who are coming in just now, don't know what we're doing here. This is a weekly panel show where we get together, we discuss random shit and mostly talk out of our asses. So, that's not your thing. Sorry.
So
yeah,
there's another challenge from chat. Wanting to know if I know gorillas, and it goes a little something like: the sun is breaking down on a camel's back. Bitches never call when they don't get jacked. I've heard it once.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So I woke up around noon today, and I had a text from my buddy Lawrence Knight, who is also a person who appears regularly on this show on Friday nights, and on this channel rather on Friday nights, and occasionally on this show, in all caps. And you know what happens when you text somebody in all caps? You're basically yelling, right? Mm-hmm. Screaming at me to wake up.
Sometimes it's just a mistake.
This was no mistake.
Screaming at me to wake up. Really screaming.
And he's like, you need to wake up right now. Trump just took Maduro into custody. And of course, he texts to me hours before I woke because I keep all of my fucking alarms and shit on silent when I don't have to work. So it is what it is. And so I've spent the better part of the morning trying to catch up. I am in no way totally caught up on everything that's been going on. So I've pulled a few things. I have a couple more in reserve if we need them. But essentially, we just occupied Venezuela.
So about the 51st state that I was talking about, Manifest Destiny 2, the manifestos.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, dude, I called this shit, a year and a half ago?
Yeah, you did. Sorry, Alberta.
Dude, hey, just get in line. Conquest shall pass.
Yeah, I genuinely thought that Canada was going to be the 51st state.
Parts of it.
We got islands first, bro. Like, they've been there 100 years. They're just standing around milking off the old teat. Let's throw them some boats, bro. I got no issue with it. More states I have no problem with, provided they've been provinces long enough for their citizens to be American. No issue.
At least they're not doing it the sneaky CIA way. They just went in and did it.
No, they were already doing that. That's how we got here.
So the first thing I'm going to say is that there are a lot of people out there saying, like, oh my God, how'd they do this? It's a violation of international law. First of all, we set a precedent back in 1990 with Manuel Noriega in Panama. We've already done this. Right. That dude spent the rest of his life in prison in multiple countries, none of which were Panama, by the way. And so it's not the first time that we've gone in and just taken a leader out of their country, whether they were legitimate or not. Doesn't so. And secondly, I'm gonna start off by saying that despite all the bitching, there is no such thing as international law because there is no international body capable of enforcing the international law. It does not exist.
It's supposed to be the United Nations, but has not been.
We own the United Nations. We pay for 90% of the shit they do.
Yeah.
I refer you to the Dave Chappelle skit where he's the president, the black president of the US, and he's addressing the UN through a press conference. And he's like, oh, where's your army? Oh, that's right. You don't have one. So try shutting the fuck up.
Germany is building an army. That never goes wrong.
Yeah, but odds are they're probably going to get
with American taxpayers' money.
Yeah, that's
proud of
what's left of
Germany
it.
Doesn't have any money themselves, so I mean,
I consider that moxie.
Yeah, Germany spent all their money building all those 4,000 mosques.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But if you take the chin from Mike Tyson twice and you get your ass back up again to try to start some shit, I got to give you some daps. Like, go for it, bro.
Yeah. Shout out to Third Time Lucky.
I truly wish
tryhards of the past 2 centuries.
Sam, you said an interesting thing. You said there's no international body. There was at a certain point, and then it went exactly whatever. Squatch is coming to some sort of brilliant realization right now.
Oh no, what I'm saying is there is currently no international body capable of enforcing anything you would call international law.
Would you want a body like that? That's going to enforce
there may be a body that exists that is supposed to, but they are incapable of it without our help.
Mm-hmm.
Now what?
It's the League of Nations all over again. That's why it was dissolved. It was completely pointless.
I don't know whether you saw earlier, but I don't know whether it was actually like a fake tweet or whatever, but like Putin has supposedly come out against the action of going into someone else's country and
oh yeah.
It's funny that, isn't it?
Yeah, it is kind of funny, right?
Well, I think as British people, we're just going to stay quiet on that one.
I don't think so. I really love the idea of going into other people's countries and taking their shit. I'm all about that.
I actually support this because that legitimizes what another country did and has been doing.
Now you see, at least the British Empire asked politely for other people's shit before they took it.
I mean,
it's only after they said no.
Okay. Let's
exactly.
Hold on. Sometimes you guys didn't even wait for an answer, though.
That is true. It's in the letter. The letter was dispatched. The warship just got there first.
It was very sternly worded. Give us your shit or else. Kind regards, the UK.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, and that kind of
no, sir. That was England. That was not the UK. That was a little different.
You're right. It was England.
Yeah, but don't tell the other nations of the UK. That will start cottoning on.
Well, you took their shit too, so
yeah.
But that does kind of bring up an interesting point, like why we got into this in the first place. Now I understand, like Maduro's a bad dude, right? And he's following in the footsteps of an even worse dude, in my opinion, who is Hugo Chavez.
Playing devil's advocate, Samuel. Who said Maduro is a bad dude? Why? Because he's a socialist and a communist?
In part, yeah. And also the state of his country since he took power.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
didn't he lose an election and decided to
not?
What does that have to do with America?
We have Reaper drones.
That's what I'm getting at. It's like that. Him being a bad dude is not reason enough for us to jump in and take him out.
Yes,
frankly, it really isn't. Honestly, I think it comes a little bit more down to resources, and also we've been having issues with Venezuelan trafficking of fentanyl into our country, which we are putting a stop to.
Okay.
So
Yep.
I think this was a saber rattling event directed directly at China. And the reason I say
yes.
this is China's the real source for the fentanyl, but it's being routed through all these other countries.
Yep.
And so they go in and smack this one fly and point at the rest of them and say, look, y'all see what happens, right?
And
Right,
there
but it's
wasn't
also
Xi
about-
Jinping also there at the time? He like literally just had a meeting with Maduro, and then like hours later,
yeah, that's
he's
what I
like
was
taken
what I wanted to
into
say. Yeah.
American custody.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
we-
the
well-
ambassador is not Xi himself.
Welcome
I
in,
think
Shadow.
Howdy.
If,
I-
Shadow.
Oh, Shadu, you're here.
Yes,
Thank
I
you.
should be
Hello,
packing.
mate.
I really should be packing, but this is my specific area of TISM, and this is what I studied in
Mhm.
university, so I should
Don't
be
worry, mate. The fudge will take care of itself.
Well, here's
Actually,
the thing.
I've actually
is-
got
Let's do the same thing.
with the fudge.
Here's the thing: is Sasquatch is right about this being a spit in the eye of China, but not just because of the fentanyl thing, but also because Venezuela, for whatever oil they actually produce out of versus how much they're sitting on, a lot of that goes to China. If we take those oil reserves, we are fucking with China's energy supply.
Well, not just that.
Mhm.
Not just that.
Not just
but
China's, by the
also-
way, but China in particular.
Yeah, well, not just that. It's the fact that China has been utilizing
All
Latin American
bricks.
countries like Mexico, like Brazil, I think Colombia as well, Venezuela, all of these to secure beachheads and operational positions on the Western Hemisphere. They've been giving out loans that these countries or the companies they're giving the loans
Oh
to.
yeah, that's
I'll
why I
pay
went and
back
tried to buy
buying
up
out
the Panama Canal last year.
Yeah. Well, there's actually a more insidious one. I'm blanking on the name, but I used it for a paper I wrote in like sophomore or junior year. There's a port in Western Mexico that is 100% owned by the Chinese, and it's connected to a rail system that purchased by the Chinese that taps into the American rail network and goes all the way up to Chicago. So
Probably built by him too.
no, I think that was built by us in Mexico. I think that was
Well,
I
yeah,
think
no,
that
but see, back
was-
then they were slaves. You see,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so with this,
Mhm.
with this, you basically got like a Chinese ship can sail from China to Mexico, offload something, have it just ride up a train all the way into Chicago, and then from there, basically go wherever they want it to go. And they've been buying. I mean, if you've seen any of those videos on Twitter about their fishing fleet fucking around in Antarctica, fucking around the Indian Sea, fucking around South Pacific off the coast of South America, they've just been like exerting like soft power all across the world. So I think this was absolutely a shot off the bow to everyone, especially to China, but not just in the don't use Venezuelan oil, but in the stay the fuck out of the Western Hemisphere. Monroe Doctrine. That's my read on the situation, at least.
Mm.
Yeah. So sorry for the soapbox. I'll hop off now.
No, you're good, kid. You're good. Although I will say this, we already gave you a lengthy and heartfelt goodbye last time you were on, so you're not getting another one today.
Yes, I'm fine with that. I was trying to not come on because I didn't want to make that
Mm.
that heartfelt goodbye wasted.
that's probably how you came to be. Someone else was trying to not come on.
Yes, objective. And then Trump
Oh,
just
Shadu,
had,
thank you for your input.
and then Trump just
Wait, where
had
are you
to do the
going,
most-
Shadow? What you said you were packing, and they've said a goodbye to you. Where are you
Hey,
going?
He's off to the fudge factory.
Ah,
No, not the Navy.
Nice recovery, bro. That was
gonna-
excellent.
that was good.
I start the first part of my journey to become a Marine Corps officer in a week.
awesome.
Nice.
Well, thank you for your service, sir.
Thank you.
Coming to a war near you soon, Shadow.
Pretty much. I'm having to pack up my entire life into a couple of boxes for either deep storage or to come up with me when I actually have my own space in like 3 months. So everything's
See, my
going
plan
on.
is
Aw.
whenever the Civil War takes place in America, I'm gonna find Shadow and be like his lieutenant, but every time he sits down, there's gonna be a whoopee cushion under him.
Unfortunately, that position there's already a
You're a
level
attaché.
you can be
His bad
You
boy.
Oh, no, me and you agree on enough shit. I'll be a made man, bitch. I'm brilliant, and I
You-
can tell you exactly how to take all of Europe, all the way up to the Russian border. Weirdly enough,
Yeah, you don't go further than that. No, you don't.
Yeah, that's a bad idea.
You could be El Presidente of Georgia. How about that? Is that fair?
The greater state of Georgia. It includes Texas and Southern California.
I'll give you Alabama.
Most of Mexico and all of Florida.
Yeah. Sorry to freaking drop a depth charge in the conversation.
No,
let's
you're
get
good.
back
You're
into the
good.
general thing. Privateers. They're supposed to be passing, at least voting on a law here that will revitalize the privateer system that was once the backbone of the American Navy. Interesting.
Yeah. Yep. But it does.
Getting a letter of
Essentially, it
marque.
comes down to whatever other considerations that we're looking at here with the whole Venezuelan occupation, because that's what it is. And I'm not saying occupation in a bad way or a good way or whatever. It's very neutral when I say this, but that's what it is. Like Trump said, we're just gonna kind of run things until somebody else steps in.
Yeah, until you put in a puppet who's going to do whatever is better for your country, which is not a new concept.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Over the years.
That's historically worked out so well.
We accept it. When another country tries to do it or has done it, we don't accept it, do we? Double stack.
Again,
Well,
I gotta
there's
refer you
that
back
other
to,
person. I was just going to say that there's that other person who's sitting there in the wings, like the opposite party to Maduro, and I'm pretty sure that I've seen photographs of her where she's been to the World Economic Forum and given talks there, and I think I saw another one where she's kissing the wall in Israel, with a
Wailing
kippah
Wall.
on. Yeah, and so I'm just kind of thinking to myself, is it going to go the way that you want it to go? I don't know, out the frying pan into the fire sort of situation.
She's also
I don't know.
recently she recently won the Nobel Peace Prize as well. It's the same lady.
That was for uncovering the fraud of the election that she lost, if I remember right. Yeah.
So, lost is a interesting term in this.
Well,
particular
that is an interesting term. Well chosen.
Yeah. No.
Not like it's a set of fucking car keys, is it? Not like it's in your fucking spick
Leave
lid.
it.
Did you leave them in your other jacket the whole fucking election?
Pretty much, yeah. No,
Yeah, she's got to put on a jacket like she hasn't got out the wardrobe in like 10 months. Oh shit, that's where I left the election. There it is.
exactly.
My pocket right here. Oh shit.
Yeah, I think Sasquatch. It's the last one that I put in the private chat, but it's talking about how she's expected to take office at some point in the near future.
Can I get a name? Y'all keep just referring to her as the great.
The name's in the post that I linked. I don't have it right up in front of me. That's why I said
Maria Corina Machado.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
While Squatch pulls that up, I just want to respond to Anna's point about like people being mad about one nation doing something and not being mad about another. Wasn't it I think it was Ivan the Terrible or one of the Ivans who basically said you may take your nation.
Not Ivan, it's Ivan. That's number one.
Ivan?
Ivan, yes. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. I just remember when I was reading about the Cossacks. They were made a promise by the czars that they could.
It's not the Cossacks, it's the Kazakhs.
The Kazakhs.
Yes.
When they had their hetman, they could make it as big as they wanted, so long as they could actually take it and hold it. And that's pretty much like there is no international law other than I have a bigger dick than you and I can use it better than you. Bite me. And
currently the international law is enforced by American shipping. It used to be enforced by British shipping.
Yes. He who has the biggest stick and can use it most masterfully. That was the Spanish for a bit, then the French, then the British, now us.
Indeed. So this would be her. If you scroll up a little bit, it has her name on there. But I think you guys are right. It's Machado. I think. Maria Corina Machado says we are ready to take over the government. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. Like Jack was saying, here's the thing: you're going to have a very hard time finding anybody in Western or Latin nations who isn't in some way connected to the WEF.
Or the Jews.
Yeah, I mean, take Mexico's president for example, Gloria Sheinbaum. It's not Gloria.
That doesn't
Anyway,
sound Yiddish at all.
Well,
of
here's
course
the
not.
thing. She's only a second generation Mexican. Her father was an immigrant from Israel.
Wow.
There you go.
Well, and her last name is Germanic for sure. So
Which leads me to believe that he probably didn't start in Israel. You know?
Yeah.
Das
but,
interesting.
Scheinbaum is also in with the WEF, and she's a certified quote unquote climate scientist.
So underwater
Right.
gas leaving.
No, she's all in on the conspiracy shit that I spout from time to time about how
I get you, bro.
Yeah.
She wants you to
So-
live inside to eat the bugs, right?
Yeah. So
No,
I don't know.
us too.
Here's the thing: not everybody who's spoken at Davos is in with people at Davos.
Okay.
But I'm
Cool
not
story,
discounting
bro.
that. I'm just saying, I'm not discounting that. I know there are people who have made speeches there who are directly condemning what they're doing at Davos. It's not often because they don't usually let those people pass the bouncers, but it does happen on occasion. But I've had issues with some of these people for a while. Like, if you go back far enough, like, Elon Musk was part of their young leaders program. So was Ardern from New Zealand. So was, like, you pick half a dozen people. King Chuck of your country. I'm not calling him Charles. That's I'm gonna deride him with Chuck.
King Cook.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
King Chuck was on the ground floor. He was there when they first set this shit up back in the 70s.
Yep. He's been there all along.
It's
Old fat fingers himself.
We'll see what happens. There's a number of people here in the States who were also members of their young leader program, including people like Gavin Newsom, former Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau. Like it's just the list goes on and on. They got their fingers in every pie. So if there is a governing body of any kind, right, a worldwide governing body of any kind, I would say that I'd lay money on the WEF. I think nothing happens in NATO or in the UN without their approval.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of there's a book series I'm currently reading, and there's a character who, because she's a woman, doesn't have like any actual, like, she doesn't have a place in the political sector in regards to like an official title, but because her husband is a major general, she's able to like walk in certain political sectors, and she's really, really good at the game. And there's a character who makes a point of, Madame, if you had been born a man, you would be like the emperor with how good you are at politics. And she just kind of laughs and goes, if I was a man, I would not be the emperor. I'd be behind the emperor. And that's what these fuckers are doing. They don't want to be calling the shots, because if something bad happens, the guy calling the shots loses his head. You don't want to be...
God, that's not a new concept. That's been going on for ages and ages. That's a normal thing. And like the WEF, sure, I get what you're saying, but at the end of the day, it all comes down to oil and gas.
Well, right now it does.
Because that is what the world runs on. You look at the stock market, whatever happens politically, entertainment wise, anything in the world, prices go up and down, up and down. The oil market, and that is a commodity all of us use.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I think if anyone had any brains, as soon as they heard this news, they should have bought stocks in Chevron.
That's what my mom works for. Jeez, Jack.
That's fair.
Nice.
I would have said ExxonMobil, because that's who owned all the oil fields in Venezuela before they got taken by Maduro or Chavez. Whichever one of those fuckers nationalized the oil, that one took it all from Exxon. So that's the one you should be betting on.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it is like we now control Venezuela's oil reserves. How long we will directly control them, we'll see. But I think we will probably indirectly control them going forward.
Well, I the thing I was thinking about was this Machado chick. I kind of feel like she's going to be constantly tugging on Donald Trump's, like, you know, on his coattails, going, "Come on, can I be president now? Come on, can you just give me control of the country now?" He's like, in a minute. We're not quite finished yet, love. You know, like, can you chill your beans,
But she does it in an Arnold Schwarzenegger accent. Come on,
come on, give me control of the country.
Come on,
do it.
I think that would honestly be like the silliest way to approach the situation, because Americans don't want another Iraq. They don't want another Afghanistan. We don't want to actually have to be in the country. I honestly think the best thing to do, get that like letter of marque thing through, let ExxonMobil move in and basically make a banana republic. Let the Nobel Peace woman be the Venezuelan president, and then just let ExxonMobil run the country's economy. Like, ExxonMobil gets market share, we get cheap oil, and Venezuela gets an actual economy. The only people who lose are the Canadians, because they don't get cheap oil from Venezuela anymore. Like, those are the only losers.
God, to put it into Squatch's words, sweet summer child, you're not going to get cheap oil from this. No.
No,
Sorry.
I'm saying what would be the best move. I'm not saying that's the move that's going to happen, but that's the best move.
Because
I really don't think this is going to. Anna,
Venezuela-
I just wanted to ask, you really don't think this is going to get cheaper oil
No.
for Americans?
No.
Okay.
No, the only way that Americans get cheaper oil is to stop relying on foreign sources altogether. The fact of the matter is we have the oil resources that we need to carry on for centuries within our own borders, but we're refusing to use them. We're buying from OPEC. We're buying from fucking everywhere else. This isn't so much about bringing cheaper oil to Americans as it is about restricting oil to enemy nations.
Yeah,
Like
control
China.
of the resource is more important than controlling its price. Because if you control the resource, you can set whatever fucking price you like.
Right. You know, I mean, if we
Seize
started
the
drilling
means of
here,
production, comrade.
We wouldn't even need to fucking
Indeed.
talk to anybody in the Middle East ever again.
Yeah. So anybody deluding themselves and thinking that this is some sort of like a civil thing where we want to get rid of the, you know, dictator and okay, whatever. It's all about the monies.
I mean,
all
I
about
do
the oil.
I do think there was part of that. Like, I don't think it was any one defining factor for this. I do think that getting rid of Maduro is long term not just good for America, because the fact of the matter is dude is part and parcel with one of the major cartels down there, right?
Yep.
But and the cartels are the ones who have been shipping all of the fucking bad shit that's been killing our goddamn kids because they can't keep their hands off the pot. You know, which is a whole other issue that we need to take care of internally. But it is all connected. So I mean, that's good for America, but I think it's also better for Latin America, in particular South America. And you're seeing a lot of this shit turn around down there. I think the only real holdouts at this point were Venezuela recently and Brazil, which is getting worse as time goes on. But you also got countries like Argentina who are just kicking ass. So,
what's his name?
Javier Milei.
You know, that's it. Fuera. He's come out and today he's given a speech, hasn't he, about what's happened, and he's congratulating Donald Trump and you know, congratulating the Venezuelan people. There's been this movement over here in the UK, like it's kind of like we stand with the Venezuelan people. This attack on their country will not do. It's like, I don't think you've got the right side of this. It's like, we stand with the Venezuelan people because he's been taken out. They're all like cheering in the streets, you know, and these people over here are organizing these protests. Like, we stand with the people of Venezuela. This cannot do. We can't be just walking into people. Yeah, we can. If we've got the power, we can go in there and we can just do what the fuck we like. It's called conquering. We've been doing it for a very long time. We've gotten pretty good at it, actually.
And that goes right back to that whole thing about people crying about international law violations. What are you gonna fucking do about it? Right? We got the bombs, baby. You know? Like, you can't.
I agree. I agree with that. But looking at what Europe has been doing lately, I'm not saying that they can't hold a candle, but what will happen when Europe decides, you know what, we're going to cut ties, we're going to see the United States as an enemy, and actually try to stir shit.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
like blow
gonna
up
be-
Nord Stream too.
Yeah.
in order for there to be an effective like countermeasure launched by Europe against the United States, the first thing they'd have to do is to change who controls the sea lanes.
Yep.
Without that, all of it's bluster.
I mean, it's all bluster anyway, but they think just watching the politicians, it feels like they think they are the shit. And they are better than everyone else, and everything that they do is going to turn into gold.
Yeah.
I was watching the news today. I mean, generally it seems that most politicians here in Germany aren't really saying much to it. They're basically saying like, oh, we have to wait and see the reasoning and what the United States says and everything like that. But the media is definitely like pushing people like, we have to stand up and demand that our politicians do something against America for this travesty. Like, what?
They're just tin pot wannabe dictators. And it has to be said that, like, when we're making reference to Europe, you know, European people have immense love and respect for Americans and the United States. We despise our own governments. We despise the EU.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much
it's a
universally
tyranny,
true.
basically.
Yeah.
Unelected officials.
And we don't like this attitude that European politicians are taking not only towards their own population, but towards others. And it's going to be disastrous.
Well, what I was going to say was about the international, international law and that sort of thing. I was just going to say, didn't South Africa bring the trial against Israel and they were found guilty of war crimes, and then Israel just turned around and went,
specifically that South Africa, and I don't think they were the only ones to do this, but notably South Africa put out a warrant for the immediate arrest and trial of Benjamin Netanyahu.
Not only that,
war crimes and crimes against humanity.
In his own country, he went through a whole bunch of different trials for corruption and everything, and then nothing happened.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because no one has the stick. No one has the stick, the skill, or the willingness to use stick to actually do something about it.
Well, okay. So what would you propose then to do? What would be the perfect way of doing things? Like, yeah, sure. Like, let's live in a perfect world. Yeah, okay. Let's put this.
I want to answer that.
In prison. Let's go invade this country. Put that person in prison. Oh, here we go. Like what they did with Maidan in Ukraine. Yeah, let's just go and get rid of somebody, put them in prison, or they escape.
With regards to the Israel sort of Gaza thing that's going on at the moment, I personally think that from the river to the sea, glass it.
Wow.
To answer your question, Anna, I genuinely don't really care what's going on in that part of the world. I've got my own issues. I got my own issues with my own country. I don't care what happens to Palestinians or Israelis at this point. Mm-hmm. Were I someone who did care, it ultimately comes down to power. Like you have to make someone do what you want. And if a stern word doesn't make them do it, if negotiating doesn't work, if pleading doesn't work, ultimately you give up, or you have to make them with force. That's not the world I want to live in. But
with what kind of force? With what kind of force? I mean, if I just look at Germany, yeah, Germany is starting to build a military, and they are starting to force people back into the military. For a while there, they got rid of that, forcing people to serve. Now they are actually forcing people back into service, and they are talking about going out and fighting, and like nobody wants to, but yeah, it's more good. It just seems like they're going to be sending people out to just be cannon fodder.
Again, it comes back to possess stick, possess skill to use stick, possess willingness to use stick.
Well, I mean, there's the aspect of the fact that the German population are aware that they're not fighting for Germany; they're fighting for some politicians' interests.
Mhm.
No one cares about that.
Which
That's
is why
not
we
worth
voted
fighting for.
Brexit.
I would argue it's not even the
Yeah.
politicians' interests, it's the interests of the bureaucracy. The bureaucracy wants to expand to have more resources to expand the bureaucracy. A politician only cares about their immediate kickbacks, which you don't really necessarily get out of waging war, but a bureaucracy able to expand its control over more territory increases its ability to expand over more territory.
Well, that depends on who's giving them the kickbacks, man. If it's arms dealers, they absolutely get it out of war.
But it's not just kickbacks either, is it? I mean, and like you could say that, but it's also like stocks and shares and trading and all that kind of stuff that comes along with war. You know, investing in like technology companies and weapons manufacturers, all that kind of stuff. If you know,
I don't know,
there's
man.
a war coming.
If I don't see you kissing that Wailing Wall and kissing the ring of the internationalist goblins, I can't take you seriously.
Yeah.
You don't have power.
Now, for the sake of, we are on YouTube, and it's not just my channel. If it was just my channel, I'd let it go.
I'm so glad I didn't drop an N-bomb now.
Yeah.
We'll save
for
that
the
for
sake
off
of this,
stream.
I'm gonna throw out the same thing I've been saying for fucking years now. I do not care about the Middle East, right? Like, if I had my way, right, everybody over there'd stop killing each other. They'd stop killing kids. They'd stop doing awful shit, and all that. But that is not going to happen. It hasn't happened in 3,000 years. It's not going to happen just because Donald Trump says, "Hey, I said it happened." It's just not. They are cursed to drown in blood until the end of the earth, as far as I'm concerned. So, frankly, I think everybody else in the world just needs to like draw a little line of demarcation around the entire Middle East, all of it, and just fuck off. Wash our hands of them.
I would
make
add
it global no man's land.
I would
think
add
that every
Africa
country
to that
on the
market.
earth should draw a line around their own country and say, let's just focus on this fucking thing right here.
I agree.
Getting
Nationalism
this
is a
better.
bad thing.
that's
Everybody can
madness.
use more of it.
But borders are racist.
Yeah.
Everybody could stand to be a little bit more nationalist. Everybody could stand to look to their own people.
I don't know,
and
man.
not so
There
much
was a few
everybody.
Germans
boys back
too?
there. What took it a little too far?
Especially Germans.
Shamans.
There'll always be someone in the background just going, kiss that fucking wall.
That's not gonna happen. Like, the whole Wailing Wall, I really don't understand that whole thing. That's just like whatever. I ran a post the other day where somebody was talking about the only people who were allowed to be in the Americas at all were descended from the sons of Joseph.
Yeah.
Right. Specifically the
this-
sons of Joseph.
Yeah. There's a lot of interesting theories about that.
Not even the sons of Judah. They're welcome to hang out,
No.
but they're not really entitled to the land, kind of thing. It was a whole long post about this shit. And I'm just like, okay, well, first of all, in order for people to understand this, they have to be familiar with Mormon theology in the first place, because it all stems from that, especially the bit where he says, oh, the sons of Manasseh came over with Lehi. And I'm like, yeah, that's if you haven't read the Book of Mormon, you're not going to know who the fuck that is.
Yeah.
Mahabharata was better.
And then the other side of that, I forget.
I preferred the sequel, the Book of Mormon 2.
Yeah. Mormon harder.
More man, more harder.
So point
Hell
is there's a lot of different interpretations on this sort of thing. And it's just, I agree though, Jack. I do think that being concerned with your own nation first and above all other things is the only way forward. It's the only way any nation is going to survive.
Yeah.
Close the borders, like, fucking keep your nation and focus on spending money on the people of the nation.
Sorry, I'm doing my Sam Elliott best impression right now. But Jack, no man is an island. You can't just close the borders and live, whatever. You need to be in the international community. How do we govern?
Well, we tried that, and then we gave it all away again.
Yeah, but with this situation,
Yeah.
obviously, this is okay. Narco trafficking, okay, sure, great concept, whatever. But we all know that's not the case. It's not what's going on. Please.
Yeah.
It's about the oil and getting in there because Venezuela is one of the hotbeds of oil producing countries. It's the same thing we've seen over and
they have
over
a lot
again.
of crude. Their actual production is pretty shit, but they do have a lot of crude.
Narco trafficking. Come on.
No. But
but that's an excuse that they can definitely use. So that's that's the point. You're absolutely right. It is probably about resources more than anything. But it's like us turning around and saying, you know, we'd love it if Donald Trump came over here and did the same thing to Keir Starmer. There's not, like, in the grand scheme of things, we're not attacking the US in any way, and by using these, like, you know, narco terrorism sort of, you know, charges and all that kind of stuff, he's got a reason now to go, yeah, these are the enemy to us, and so let's get in there. We've got a reason now. We've took him out. Who said that?
I said it just legitimizes it.
Yeah, exactly.
What gets legitimized by what? Sorry, I had to take a phone call.
We were talking about how the drug running and you know, narco terrorism gives legitimacy to the invasion of Venezuela, rather than us turning around and saying we'd love it if you came over and took out Keir Starmer. He's not going to do that because he's got no reason. He's got no legitimate reason to come and do that.
Well, it wasn't an invasion; it was serving a bench warrant.
It's the DEA.
You be served.
It's an autonomous country. What are you talking about? What warrant?
Yeah, no, but there was a warrant for Maduro's arrest in relations to his connections to the cartels.
Oh, I love those. This is great. I love those.
I saw this great video earlier of Maduro just running his fucking mouth, saying, "Oh, fuck Trump.
Oh,
you know, what's he gonna do? Come and get me."
Actually,
Got it right here.
We have a version of that right here. Hold on just a second.
Is it the one with
this
the
has
eagle?
been memed up a little bit.
If it's the eagle one, it's the same one I'm thinking of.
Okay.
If it's the eagle one, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It is the eagle.
Might get hit for music.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. Gentlemen, start your
Fuck yeah.
I just love the fact that they got a Thunderstruck playing in the background as well.
Yeah. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Which is, again, a callback to Noriega.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Wasn't that what
That's
they
right.
did
Get
when he was
fucked,
hiding out
narco
in that
bitches.
embassy? Was they just started blasting heavy metal at it until he came out?
Well, and the reason I joke about the warrant is because, I mean, like, that's no more moral or less moral a reason than most wars have been started in history. Having a shaky justification to do something you have the power to do is pretty much every major conflict in human history. So it's really funny when I see people like South Africa condemn Israel or Germany condemn Russia, and I'm like, okay, do something about it, fucker. Like, people are mad that the United States actually has the ability to act on what it demands. If South Africa had the means to stop Netanyahu, it would. It doesn't, so it can't. If Germany had the means to stop Russia, it would. It can't, so it just sits there and mules like a little animal. The U.S. does, and so when it chooses to, it does. And people are upset about that because they can't.
And
I just love the idea of the Iron Dome, like, taking on all these shots of spears being thrown over the fucking border.
Yeah. Hold. Sasquatch, you had a question for the panel?
All right. So I had this idea when I heard about the new Trump battleship. The only use a battleship has in modern naval warfare is ground bombardment. That is it. It is virtually useless in every other framework. What if Trump's battleship is not a battleship, but is rather a Panamax oil carrier with guns?
Hello.
Entirely possible.
I mean, you throw a few drones on there, a handful of recoilless cannons, and you got a battleship.
Yeah. I'm personally of the opinion him using the term battleship is just his hyperbole. honestly, trying to evoke a grand image of a grand fleet, and it's just like a cruiser or something.
Well, as I understand it, the notation for battleship is due to its length, draft, and weight. It's not so much its firepower, supposedly. And he doesn't refer to guns specifically. He refers to firepower when talking about it.
Yeah.
And if you could imagine what 5 cruisers worth of missiles would be able to do, you can put all that on a battleship, handful of big deck guns, and a couple of recoilless rifles, one of those Vulcan cannons, and you've got a excellent base for any drone operations you want to run, and it takes load off of the carrier as being the primary action of the fleet.
Yeah.
The carrier doesn't need to do drones and aircraft. They need to just do freaking aircraft and specialize in that. And somebody else needs to do drones. And cruisers really aren't quite big enough to pull off the drone launches and stuff like that. So a battleship platform utilized as a drone base of operations, as well as the CIC in the field, could be virtually freaking hollow as far as actually having any ordnance aboard, making it a perfect platform for a Panamax oil fleet.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. I do think the labeling of battleship wouldn't. I mean, unless we want to rewrite terminology, which it's 2026. We love rewriting words. I feel like there would
not
need
a
to be
battleship, it's a barrel ship.
Yeah, because that feels like a different role than a battleship, from the sound of it, at least.
But the battleship's role doesn't exist anymore, and existing battleships can take on that role. That's not a lack that we have. We have a platform with no use. The designation will never be recreated unless we build something and call it a battleship.
Or we develop a technology that allows for the utilization of battleships again.
I think that's what drones are. That's the drone technology.
I would disagree. I think honestly, like some kind of shielding technology would be. Now that's getting into science fiction a little bit. I'm aware, but I'm thinking shield technology.
I was going to say we have drones now.
Yeah, whereas shield, like some kind of shielding technology to allow for the, like basically just a big fuck off ship that has enough gun to rip through armor. Well, in this case, shield. Yes, big fuck off ship.
That's a big fuck off ship. Yes. Yeah, they're the biggest.
A big fuck off ship with enough armor and shields to take a beating and enough gun to rip through the armor and shielding of another ship. I think that would be more in line with what a battleship was. Whereas this feels more like a super carrier or something like that.
Not a super carrier, a super cruiser maybe, or a super duper cruiser. But what would you call that once you've got 18-inch deck guns on that motherfucker? It's a battleship, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
But why would
the battleship is huge guns? This will have those.
But why would you have if you've got the drones? Why would you have the huge guns?
Because guns are still more accurate when it comes down to actually dropping payload, penetrating payload on a given target.
Right,
whether it's a bunker or whatever.
Right, but when you've got the ability to see a target from hundreds of miles away and you can hit them with drones and missiles, why are you, unless again railguns, which I hear you with railguns. Railguns doesn't deliver more ordnance to a target than an 18-inch deck gun. Right, but the 18-inch deck gun doesn't have. If you can detect a target and hit a target with a missile or a drone from, let's say, I'm gonna use fake numbers for this, like 200 miles out, and a deck gun can only hit targets at 50. Why would you waste the time and resources on putting on your flagship vessel deck guns when you can just put more missiles and drones? Have a smaller ship be for the 50-mile encounters.
You can run deck guns for pennies on the dollar to a drone, to a missile, to an entire operation to operate a small vehicle to go over there and hit some shit with some highly technical details. You can just crush it with a big fucking shell, dude. You don't even need to do all that planning. You just and battleships are perfectly designed to do that inadvertently. So we don't need new battleships. We need a new classification for what the battleship is. It needs a new job. It needs the ability to do more things than just pound a freaking coastline. And both satellite telemetry and drone operations, and conglomerating a lot of the disparate drone operations that's been going on. What do you want to bet that Space Force is the ones who operate these new drone platforms? They are already in position. They are already capable of mobilizing, but they have zero fucking mission data. Poof, you've got a mission.
I absolutely agree. We have not been in a situation like nobody wants this military-industrial complex. Yeah, sure. Let's build some battleships. Every country is investing in money to build their military. But if somebody drops a nuke, where is the data on like a simulation computer system will tell us what will happen? But we've never experienced it. We got close, maybe.
Clearly, you've never played Fallout.
I mean, my response to
I'm
that
pretty
would
sure
be what motivation.
Shadow is actively collecting bottle caps as we speak. He
Right?
cannot fucking wait to join the Brotherhood of Steel.
No, I've been collecting ammunition because that is a far more valuable commodity. Because if you have more bottle caps than me, I just kill you and take your bottle caps. And I can still trade ammunition.
But the point is, what is the point in investing in all of this if people are investing in missiles, and if somebody drops it, and then the whole world will, if somebody launches a missile, everybody else is going to be like, shit, what do we do? What if the system doesn't work? Anti-missile system doesn't work. Then another country's going to launch a missile. Another country's going to launch a missile.
Well, that's what MAD is all about, right? Mutually assured destruction.
Well, also you need to be in a situation where you're only because once you even separate from the utilization of the MAD. Let's say when people were saying Russia's going to nuke Ukraine, Russia's going to nuke Ukraine, Russia's going to nuke Ukraine. Why would Russia do? Hold on. Why would Russia nuke the land they're trying to conquer? Why would they nuke the land?
Russia doesn't want to conquer Ukraine. Ukraine belongs to Russia.
For the purposes of my argument, why would they irradiate and make worthless the land they're spending blood and treasure on?
It doesn't make it worthless, sir. We've cleaned up hundreds of nuclear strikes in the deserts. It's perfectly possible. You can clean that shit up.
You would be destroying the infrastructure, and you'd be destroying all the topsoil. Like you would be erasing the value that is the region.
Sure, regenerative agriculture is a thing now, and it's not even that difficult.
I suppose that depends on the kind of nuke that you use, though, too, right? Like I mean, there are other nukes that specialize in other things. The neutron bomb, for example, will wipe out organic life, but it will leave infrastructure intact. And correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't it the Russians who invented that thing?
That's cesium-123 reaction.
Yeah.
It's basically a really bright fucking light with not a whole lot of yield potential.
Yeah,
but
then
everything.
In the context of wiping out all the life, assuming you can pull that off, unless you have a excessive population that you need to find purpose for, why would you wipe out a perfectly usable labor pool? For that purpose, it doesn't make sense. The utilization of nuclear weapons as a general
fertilizer, buddy. For fertilizer.
I don't know, man. I'm getting pretty tired of these DEI hires.
The utilization of a nuclear weapon as an actual military asset makes no sense unless it's a weapon of last resort, like Israel's Samson protocol. So as long as you just don't push a population to the point where they feel we're going to be exterminated anyway, might as well drop the nuke. You're never really going to see nukes.
Look, nukes are limited protocols anyway. Your real threat, as far as global threat, is biological and.
I think you're also lending like a degree of rationality to other people that may or may not exist.
They don't deserve it.
No, I am perfect. I am definitely assuming that a raging lunatic isn't going to just get into position to nuke the world.
Listen, Henry Kissinger was a thing. That guy had his finger on a button the entire time, and he was itching to fucking press it.
McCarthy.
McCarthy
wanted to, hold on. You know what McCarthy wanted to do in Korea, right?
MacArthur, and he was correct.
MacArthur, my bad.
He was correct.
Yes, no, McCarthy was trying to root out all the fucking commies.
Yeah, my bad. I southern.
Talking about Henry Kissinger, one of the best statesmanship people in the world, but you know what? He had his fingers in. He was all there in the New York Times, all the journalists.
One of the best actors of the 20th century.
Also,
he was always there trying to make the media portray things a certain way. And if you listen to the outtakes of him and Nixon talking, wow, where they're like, oh no, we didn't just go into this country and do this. And then Nixon's like, well, you boys did, didn't you? And he's like, yeah, we did, kind of. Oh, okay.
He's like, of course we did. We're just not going to tell the
They just had a, did I do that moment?
Was that me?
No.
okay, so I got another question. They're shutting down the J. Edgar Hoover building as far as being an asset for the FBI. How many secret rooms do you reckon have been plastered over in there, and how many of those secret rooms have J. Edgar Hoover's brassiere?
All of them. Just pick a number. Any number.
Yeah, it's like marking your territory for that guy.
Oh, yeah. It's like a cat in heat.
Just gonna leave another bra here. I hope y'all don't mind.
Who leaves panties in guys' trucks?
I like to eat people from other planets.
Right. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens with this Venezuela thing. But this was the news.
I love that. I think it's good for whatever. I mean, yes, for the Venezuelan people, but I think it's a good way to, because I just looked it up. I was thinking of what are the countries who have been supporting Venezuela. Russia's quiet. China's quiet. Everybody's kind of like, usually people come out and we don't like what's happening. It's like, are you guys like working with Trump on this? Or
well,
something?
I mean, realistically, they're not gonna come out and say, "Oh, we think proxy wars are bad."
Yeah.
That's not going to happen, is it?
Trump was not working. Trump was not working with anyone on this, not even Congress. He even literally said today, and this is the thing, that the White House have been putting out some banger videos today. Trump was saying, no, we're not. We didn't involve Congress because Congress are known to leak shit, and that would have been very bad, for our operation to have leaked it before it fucking happened. It would have been a very different result.
Also, it's well within the purview of the president. And bearing in mind, domestically, the United States president doesn't have a huge amount of power, right? But when it comes to foreign policy, he could basically do whatever the fuck he likes for a period of I think, 90 days before he requires congressional approval.
I think the Patriot Act raised that to 120 days, and it's like 90,000 troops.
Yeah.
Nice.
Any of them.
And that's enough to basically conquer a lot of the world.
Well, and also the fact that, and I'm using precedent. I want to see which person can identify which president I'm looking to. If the president wants to do something, and both Congress and the judicial system,
then you just change the Constitution, which is what Putin did.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not. You don't even need to change the Constitution. Like if the president does something, and Congress and the judicial system say no, you can't do that, and he says okay, and still does it, and they just don't do anything. The president can do what the fuck he wants.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of
Kiss the fucking wall.
And I'm kind of sad that Sam and Squatch aren't immediately cursing me for really, really liking Andrew Jackson, because that is who
I love Andrew Jackson, bro.
Bro was based. Bro was
Spirit
based. I think I
spared my freaking No. You know what he'd have done? The very first week he was in office, he would have basically put out letters of marque for every drop of oil that comes off of fucking South America. He would have issued them. He'd have then tasked the Navy to go down there and get some money. Like, just take it.
He would have sent a small little ship off the coast of Venezuela and been like, come attack, destroy the ship. Come on. Because we know what America does when ships are destroyed.
Yeah, don't touch our boats.
You don't even need to destroy the ship. Just hop on it, grab one of our sailors, and fuck off, and we'll fight you like a Wolverine. We'll kick your ass.
He'd have probably done some Spartan shit. Just sent him a letter, and he just had one word on it: don't.
But yeah, no, like I love all the examples of like presidential authority does this and Congress says that, and I'm just like, do something about it.
Right. But see, that's the thing. Congress can't do anything about it until they break whatever deadlock they're currently involved in, which gives the president an excess of 2 months to just fuck off however he wants. And we're dealing with Trump in a lame duck period. I mean, he's not going to get another term, so he's got to do the job that he's going to do.
Yeah.
Well, also let's. Oh, sorry, I've been talking too much.
Yes, about that. No. So, and here's the other thing. Here's the other thing. A lot of people are talking about, oh, he said no new wars. And here's the thing: this wasn't a war. This was a precision strike, right?
Oh yeah.
And
I think actually, Sam, the term is special military operation.
Yes,
it doesn't matter. But the president has the authority to do shit like this without going through Congress.
Yeah.
Right. The only thing he has to go through Congress for is for a formal declaration of war, which we haven't made since 1941.
Right.
Well, that may come because apparently the head defense minister is still alive, and he has declared war on the US.
We don't care.
What's he gonna do?
Oh, I know. I'm just throwing it out there. That's what's happened today.
He's the second fucking useless dude who said that in the last week because Iran declared war officially on us too.
Yeah. What's he gonna legit?
Last week.
Okay.
What time of the day is it? Oh, they've done it again.
Fly all of our planes and send our ships all the way across the Atlantic, and it's just a lot of effort.
Exterminated
this goes back to the initial point that I was trying to make, is all of this is smoke and mirrors. This is not about, it's all cool talking about this behind the scenes. It's all about the resources and the money.
Yes.
What the biggest companies in the world, who are the oil and gas companies, choose what they want to do, because the Saudis are sitting there listening to this, having these conversations. No, come on. It doesn't matter. We can sit here and play diplomacy. At the end of the day, it's all about the energy and the electricity we're getting.
I just love this idea, though, that it's the ultimate international shunning where one nation declares war on another, and the other nation just goes, okay, we don't really recognize that.
Whatever, man.
You've got 3 hours to be in power. Fuck off.
Right? You're going to ram me with a boat. What the fuck you going to do, dude?
I mean, when the Ukraine thing happened, which is a similar situation what Russia did with the special military operation, and then they shut off Nord Stream to Germany.
Yeah.
And Germany is like, shit, where are we going to get our electricity from?
Yeah.
And all the oil companies are like, damn, now we have to sit at the table.
You know what? Germany shouldn't have fucking shuttered their nuclear plant.
And then Germany's like, damn, where are you going to get it from? What? Norway? From America? From Saudis? And you have to renegotiate things. It's a whole different world.
Getting what? Berlin has a blackout.
Would you like to break the oil companies with green energy?
Green energy is a foolish thing.
It is not.
Thoughts and prayers for energy companies.
Done. It's just they don't want to do it.
No, it's not about that they don't want to do it. It's just not profitable.
It's almost free once you build the reactor.
I got to agree with Squatch on a certain level. It is absolutely 100% possible to build the infrastructure and to channel the energy to wherever it needs to go. It's just not. But at the same time, it is not as profitable as oil.
No, and it's not as efficient.
Oil is mobile. Nuclear is not mobile. You can't go pick up a gallon of nuclear.
More money into making one of those sustainable energy things. You are putting oil. Oil goes into making that.
Yes. And I say, while we still have oil, instead of trying to build a fucking wind pinwheel.
And until we find in all these big companies from Chevron, Exxon, everybody, or Shell, everybody's trying. But nobody can figure out until we go to maybe, I don't know, Mars or something and find some kind of sustainable energy source. We're stuck with oil and gas.
Oh, that's going to be one of
the stock market. And if it rules the stock market, it rules the politics, and it rules who's in power, and it rules what we are talking about.
That's actually
I
one
like
of
Tesla.
Elon
As
Musk's
soon as
next
someone
big
gets
projects.
As soon as
What's that,
someone
Cliff?
gets close to it, what happens to Tesla?
Mm.
I mean,
Yeah.
No, but this is the thing, right? And like even with Tesla, like people go, "Oh yeah, I got this new hybrid car. I got this new
No, not that
totally
Tesla.
electric
Nikola
car."
I mean the actual Tesla, Nikola Tesla.
Yeah.
Oh, your
OG,
boy.
Yeah.
original.
yeah, the dude who
Okay,
was
I
like
see.
this close to 0 point.
The
Yeah.
guy who accidentally caused an earthquake in New York City with a reciprocating device.
Reciprocator.
Whoops.
I was just testing it. That's all. My bad.
But
He-
also,
he was
going
literally
back to the
minutes
Tesla
away.
Tesla thing with EV cars and stuff like that. It's like people going, "Oh yeah, I'm saving the planet now because I've got an EV car." You know, like EV buses, hybrid cars, this and that. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, great. Where do you charge them? Oh, they've got these really great charging stations. You pull up, right, and you plug it into your car. Yeah, and then you get right. Okay, so where's the electricity coming from? To
Jack, it just comes from the ether.
You know that
It's magic.
that power station down the road. You mean the one that's powered by steam? Yeah, that one. You mean the one that's powered by coal and fossil fuels and all that kind of stuff?
Bro, it's the magic of air.
In
Well, I mean, to
America,
be fair, there
most
are
of those
people.
EV charging stations are run on generators,
Yeah.
and
Hold
I'm
on,
not joking.
To be entirely
Mhm.
fair, to the
Generators are
average
generally
person-
run on diesel, which is oil.
Yes. So
I
all
I
of your
like petrol and oil products.
Good. To be entirely
fan
fair to
of
the
them.
average person, I just found this out. I don't know how long anyone else has known this, but apparently the average person in America thinks that there's medicine in glasses.
Oh,
Whatever
yeah.
the fuck
Yeah,
that means.
I saw that recently. That
They
was
vote-
hilarious.
I am entirely of the belief. Same as like the people in New York who say, why do we need farmers having all this land? Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, do you not understand that your apple doesn't magically appear, that your avocado toast doesn't magically appear? You're dealing with animals that can't string a thought together.
We're looking
No,
at the
bro.
Ratatouille
It's
experiment.
it's magic sustainability.
Well, it's an Eloy Morlock situation, right? The thing is,
Yeah.
the
shit just appears.
The Eloy running around saying like, "Oh my gosh, it's just here for us. It's magically here for us. We don't need
Yeah.
to invest in any of this stuff." Are also the ones who get eaten.
Yeah.
I
So-
went and
But
shot
boy, are
my
their
first
chicks hot.
turkey on Thanksgiving.
Their chicks
People
really
in the
hot. That's why
store
they
were
breed so
really
Hell
fast.
yeah. We eat all of them.
So you know what I'd
What'd
love
you
to
say,
do?
Clifton?
Sorry.
I said I went and shot my first turkey on Thanksgiving, and the people in the store were really freaking out.
They don't even understand how this works.
Yeah, usually you want to do it before it gets to the store, but I'm with you, buddy. I'm with you.
Sweet.
So, that's one thing I would really love to do. Actually, I'd love to take some of these urbanites, these city dwellers who don't understand where the food comes from. They don't understand what farm to table means, and I'd like to take them out into the wilderness for a couple of weeks where they don't eat if they don't hunt.
City
Right.
slickers?
Fishing. I'd like to take them to
Are
a
we
swamp.
talking city slickers?
I'm thinking more
Mhm.
like when South Park took their class to the Amazon.
Oh, no. I was
Yeah.
thinking more along the lines of what's the name of that movie where all the gangsters got put out in the freaking woods, and then the dude that was supposed to be like guiding them around had a heart attack, and they ended up having to like pull together and pluck it out through grit and determination.
I don't know,
And-
Squatch. You're making me think of Friday.
I know I can't get Friday out of my head neither. That's why I can't remember the
Yeah,
this movie.
in the woods. Yeah.
I was just thinking Tropic Thunder, and that's definitely not it.
It's going to be another dude who's stuck on another dude.
But I mean, and I get it. They're soft and they're sheltered, and they don't understand what it is to take a life to sustain your own. But they should.
We're still talking about
They should.
turkeys.
Well, I could call them turkeys if you like.
Well, Sam, you're talking about a cattle animal. You're talking about something that just kind of wakes up, just grabs its food, chomps and chews, and goes about its day, and then goes back to sleep. There's never any actual conscious decision or any actual like need to do anything hard or to think or to act.
Well, that's
It just
because
kind
they
of,
don't have the threat of scarcity, right? It's
Mhm.
exactly that. It's because they don't understand that if they don't get up and do something, they are not going to have a meal, a next
Yeah.
meal.
And even if they do something stupid, there's so many guardrails that they're protected from it. I
Here's
finally got around to watching Idiocracy. Fuck my life.
Nice.
Right.
Fucking took you
Fuck
long
my
enough.
life.
It's a fucking
Fuck my
documentary,
life.
bro.
I can't.
You told them to watch that shit 2 years ago, man.
Yeah.
Everyone who found out that he hadn't seen it would just, matter of factly, very blandly, oh, you need to watch that.
Yeah.
Not
Well,
like,
I'm
it's
kind
the
of
shit
upset.
ever,
Listen,
you need to watch that.
I'm kind of
Well, I want to
upset
actually
have-
hear what your opinion of it is then, Shadow, since you've only just seen it.
My opinion of it is I already hated people. I already legitimately vitriolically hated people and viewed them as nothing more than misbred cattle animals. I can now actually articulate why they are now a bunch of misbred cattle animals and why, frankly, I am... Yeah, no, I probably shouldn't continue talking about that. Well, so I don't get Squatch's channel nuked. Point is, just like when I watched...
I don't see it say anything about mine.
You
No, fuck Sam
anyway. Squatch has actively gotten on to me about getting his channel taken out. You haven't. You've always defended Squatch's channel more than
I
anyone
just
else.
wanted to talk you down a little bit because you was a little hot in the paint, bro. Like,
But
Listen,
But-
it's got electrolytes.
it's Brondo.
no, see,
That's what it needs.
I was talking to my dad about that actually, about how you can use the whole like Brondo, it's got what plants want, to describe pretty much everyone in the modern day. Everyone will tell you a fact or tell you a statistic or tell you an opinion they have, but when you ask them elaborate or what are electrolytes, they just say it back at you. That entire segment of you need to use water. Oh, from the toilet, but Brondo's got what plants want. What's it got? Electrolytes. What are electrolytes? What plants want? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like that's
Circular reasoning.
Circular logic. Yeah.
I've had those discussions in real
And I
life.
give
about
you the
politics.
Democrat Party.
Like, no, not people. Democrats, Republicans, Libertarians, Greens, fucking Russians, Germans, Brits, Spaniards, Argentinians. Everyone does that. That is literally everyone. Every single person in the world, minus a few
You do it.
exceptions, are fucking cattle, and it pisses me off.
Are you cattle?
The wonders of collective ignorance.
Yeah, hold on. I'm getting to the bottom of this. Hey, Shadow, are you cattle or are you the one that's figured it out?
I
The
believe
shepherd or are you the sheep?
I believe you can't self-label. I don't want to be the cattle. I am taking steps to try to not be the cattle, but it's ultimately up to other people.
That is an immense amount of respect you just got from me, sir. You've thought this question out enough to give me a straight answer and not try to bullshit me around the edges. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, no, like,
It's almost like he's growing up before our very eyes.
Beautiful.
He's no longer a fetus anymore.
It's like that line
I
from
don't call him Egg anymore. I called him Egg for what, 2 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations. You just upgraded from zygote to multi-celled organism.
Yo, let's go. Let's go.
Let's do this.
Yeah,
Another
just
10
quickly-
years, you might even be a toddler.
Yes.
Oh,
Just to
Question for you
quickly
in the
make
chat.
Yeah.
just to quickly make this point, that line from Game of Thrones about like any man who says he is the king is no true king.
Yeah.
You are what other people say you are. Like, honestly, not when someone's being a dick and lying about you, but you are what other people say you are because you can back it up. When it's a statement of truth of what you are, that's just what you are. A rose by any other name is still a rose or something to that effect.
That's racist.
Unless they were called
Rose
crap
by any
weeds.
other name would
What
smell
if
as
that
sweet.
rose identifies as a tulip?
Yeah.
Or a lily?
Basically.
Now
Yeah.
what?
See, this is why the only label that I apply to myself, aside from the obvious like kitschy, YouTube persona, the Elder Torah thing, is misanthrope.
Don't you describe yourself?
That's a good, respectable label.
Don't you also call yourself a godless heathen?
No,
That's a long-winded way of saying you're gay. Damn.
Yeah, a little bit.
At least Stevie.
But
at 2 a.m.
a little bit in like the Hollywood sense,
What does it
though,
matter?
where only because I have to be. But no, the whole godless heathen thing is just a way for me to shorten the explanation for people who I'd otherwise be explaining all day to. That's it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
I've had decades of basically refining that whole thing down to a 2-word phrase.
Do anyone hear debate at all? Any of the debates?
Oh yeah, I love debate.
No, not bait.
Go away. I'm baiting. And Shadow gets that joke now.
Nice.
Exactly. That's why I did it.
That's the growth. You can tell.
I like money. Oh man, I don't know. Where were you go with the debate thing, man?
I was just curious because, I mean, I guess you kind of have to have an opinion on a topic in order to debate it, but not necessarily. And I'm kind of being shuffled off into a sort of a debate sphere by people who really want to see me argue with people. So I was just curious.
No,
I
fair
don't
enough.
necessarily think that you need to have an in-depth knowledge to be able to debate something, because the whole
Oh,
point
no,
of a
you do
debate
have
is
to.
no, but you don't have to, do you? Because you have a debate with someone, and it's within your limited knowledge of the subject that you become awakened by other people's talking points. You could go into it saying like knowing absolutely nothing about something and listening to what other
no debate.
No, but you're listening to what other people are saying about it, and if you're truly open-minded and you want to know things and you want to be,
that's not on YouTube. That's not a thing. No one's open-minded.
No, but my point is that if you're truly open-minded and you want to learn about the world and you want to expand your mind and all that kind of stuff, you can go into a debate with absolutely zero knowledge and be completely ignorant and be awoken by the other debatees.
I don't like the way you talk to me, sir. Take it back.
And that is internet debating in a nutshell. But here's the thing. This is why we do what we do over here, right? This is not a debate channel. This is a conversational channel, because I do believe that conversation and debate are two entirely separate things. One is productive and frankly more interesting to me, and the other is not.
Well, first of all, on YouTube, period, end of story. This is the entire detail. There is no such thing as debate. Not really. Because in every case, these people have already been pre-gamed on whatever the questions or topics are going to be, and they're going there specifically to debate that specific topic, right? A true debate typically involves a selection of questions, and the moderator either chooses or has a process by which it is chosen by lots or whatever, like a list in a hat or some shit. And these are the questions that are asked. It's typically not as tailored as you get on YouTube. And then YouTube and StreamYard are bad bedfellows in that it allows you too much control of your own microphone. The host can't perma-mute you, and they should be able to.
100%. And like you're saying, like a true debate, it's got rules, right? It's got you're on this side, they're on this side. Moderator is the one who decides what the questions are, and they're also the one who allot time to each individual debater to speak. And they're not supposed to be speaking over each other, but in my experience with internet debate stuff, it inevitably this devolves into like this shouting match of no you.
And in that spirit, we should just quickly acknowledge our special guest.
I will take it back, actually.
I
will take it back and say that perhaps you are right, Sam, and what I meant was conversation. You can enter into a conversation being completely ignorant.
Oh, sure.
You can't enter into a debate being completely ignorant. I'll change it to that.
That's the unfortunate part of it, is you can enter into a debate being completely ignorant. I just the other night, this is one of the reasons why I can't get my freaking head out of this rabbit hole. I listened to a flat earther argue with a young earth new Christian scientist about the distinction between Noah's Ark and the antediluvian world versus
I bet that was fucking amazing.
Attention. And I was doing it was wild. And fucking beer. Like it was
It's like take a shot every time you hear something really fucking stupid said.
Oh, no, that would kill
hammered
you.
Within 5 minutes.
To Squatch's point about how you don't actually need to know anything to enter a debate, there's something my dad is constantly telling me whenever he sees me arguing on Twitter.
You're a disappointment, son.
Well,
Does your dad follow you on Twitter?
I love you, Shadow. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. Someone, I think someone asked, like, my dad's on Twitter. No, like when he sees me, like, just like at work or whatever, just arguing with people on Twitter because no one's there getting coffee. But something he'll constantly say to me is, in the distance, if you see two people arguing with each other, can you tell who's the genius and who's the fool? And that's
absolutely not.
Yeah, and that's how a lot of debates really are, where if you're a fool who knows enough to make yourself seem like you're intelligent or not a complete idiot, and the person who's watching the debate doesn't have enough knowledge about the topic to understand anything, it's either going to...
It's the bell curve, right?
It's more about presentation.
Yeah, it ultimately comes down to presentation, where I've seen, like, this is, again, YouTube comments, take this with a grain of salt, where I'll watch a debate, and because the person who's clearly less intellectual and clearly less informed on the topic speaks in a much more eloquent way than the person who does know, but they're being very vulgar, very crass, very aggressive, the chat is all, oh, so-and-so won, look at like the other guy being angry, but they're never talking about the actual points or the arguments. It's all in presentation. So you can
I think Family Guy did a sketch on that when the Lois is running for like school president or school PTA president, and she just keeps repeating 9/11.
9/11.
It was actually to be the mayor of Kohan.
Yeah. Oh, was he the mayor? Was it?
Yes, it's the mayor.
Yeah,
and it's hilarious.
What are you going to do about our waste management system? 9/11. Wow.
That tactic won't work anymore because everyone's forgotten.
Yeah, I know.
That's
right?
fair.
I'll tell you another tactic not working anymore. Just calling everything and everyone racist. No one cares anymore. They used it to such an extent that I've got a buddy of mine. I would like to believe he's a really good friend of mine and would not rob me in Chicago if he came across me, but he might. Cool. You can go find him on internet. He does auditor videos and auditor reviews and stuff, and he's a really neat dude. I like him. He'll really pin you down in a conversation. He's difficult and he's smart. He is smart. Those years in prison did him well, right? He had access to books and time, and it did him a very good job.
He can't talk out of his ass because it's full.
The problem is half of is this country's racist, and I'm going to prove how. And now that's run completely out of gas, and he's kind of flailing around trying to find something else that'll raise the same level of bombastic type. Hell, he might even be in the chat. I'm not looking. Yeah, Joe Cool, bombastic level of response. He wants you as a white guy to completely spurg out and prove to him how racist you are by calling him a hard R. And he's going to try to annoy you to get there by being kind of dense on some subjects while being eloquently loquacious on others. And watching him work somebody over is like watching Rembrandt paint. It's amazing.
You end up like Roger Devereaux in Silver Streak, right? When he's being confronted by Richard Pryor, he's like, "You ignorant nigger." Oh man, that's a great fucking movie.
Roll your tongue for the extra R's.
Right. I just said there, by the way, YouTube. So.
Are you sure? Because I distinctly heard No.
I can't help what you hear. I know what I said.
It's fine. He's a green eldritch god. It's not
what you heard says more about you than it does about Sam.
Right, but that's the thing, though. It's like whenever anyone says like the N-word, I don't mean saying the word the N-word. Whenever anyone just says, "Oh, don't use the N-word," you've literally made me think of that word now. So that makes me the racist.
You know what's funny? Yes, is that when people say, you know, when we codify it, when we were just like, "Oh, we gotta use here the N-word," it sounds more taboo than the actual word itself.
Yeah.
I mean, words again. Going back to going back to the whole "it rose by another name would be just as sweet." Words are only encoding information that we use to share concepts without having to be incredibly overly descriptive. Something that word specifically, I'm not saying it because I don't want YouTube to take out Sam and Squatch's channel and whoever else is streaming. That word legitimately has no value other than the fact that people get mad when you say it. So if people just stopped caring,
Right?
Word.
Right. I think this needs to be pointed out, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Nincompoop is our word. That's a British word. Okay. Be careful how you use it. It's the N word for us. Okay.
I would have thought.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
That was
Just to clarify, that's what we're talking about.
But I thought it was limey.
Nobody cares.
Nah, that's fine. Limes are delicious.
Literally, nobody. actual people who use the word, and the rappers, gangster, they don't care. Whatever.
Well, there is a level of
it's the people that it's the people in our whatever sphere that once you make it into something it is not, whatever, use it, but YouTube cannot allow it, so we're not going to say it. So we're going to go and stick to N word.
Yeah.
I mean, I said it on stream once on Rumble.
You know what?
I did.
I say it all the time.
If we weren't running to Sasquatch's channel as
but
well,
I did it
I'd
with
say
a
right
hard
now.
A, not with a hard R.
Because the fact of the matter is like, look, I don't particularly care for the word. I think it's ugly. I think it doesn't roll off the tongue right, but it's just a word, and it only has the power that we give it.
There is no such thing as hate speech, I think, is a very
There's
poignant
speech
thing to
that
say
you
about
hate.
that.
Yeah. Well, to Sam's point, remember when y'all fuckers called me baby nuts all the time? And
That was them, not
That
me.
wasn't all of us.
What you mean
Maybe
today?
what?
That was not
Just
all
before
of
the
us.
show, we was
It was
saying
enough.
these baby
Yeah.
nuts
I called
going to
you a
turn up
Twinker
today.
Bell. Thank you very much.
it was enough.
Yeah,
never
there was
called
also
you
some
that.
other ones.
It was
I would
enough
never
of you.
know. What? No.
Do we
Hold
still
on,
have the
hold on,
Twinker Bell game?
hold on. Let me make a point.
Maybe.
That if I had just not cared about the insults, they would not have been used. It's the same thing with this word. If people just didn't give a fuck, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't use.
Right.
It would move on to being what it's used as in the context and described in regards to songs. It would just mean brother, because that's how it's used in those kinds of songs. It's how it's used in that context.
There is a comedian that drops the hard R like 73 times in one of his acts, and he's explaining all the different ways that this word can mean different things to different
You've seen
people
my
in different
show?
situations. I hope that's you, dude, because I really need to talk to you. You've got problems. You need a therapist. You need a baby. You damaged my psyche, sir.
You need Jesus.
But really, it just basically shows the diversity and the use of the word across different cultures and languages, and the fact that it's just a noise that could very easily happen in any other circumstance, a collection of noises. And when I was in high school, I had a buddy of mine who had a stutter, and he would get stuck on the CK sound, and he would go and then We were at a black barbecue one afternoon, and I asked him who was that guy that Snake Eyes, and he tried to say Nicolas Cage. It basically screamed a hard R across It was a reception. The groom turned and looked at me and said, "Dude, I've met evil people before, but you are diabolical." And I was sitting there eating some barbecue, going, "Damn right, I'm diabolical." I'm like, the whole thing. I hated him for this.
Squatch.
He left there with one of the chicks that was there and got married to her a couple of months later. Like, that's where he met his wife.
That's the power of
Because
the
he
Nick
said
tick.
that word.
Yeah.
Squatch,
I don't know. I don't know. But you should have seen the look on his face when he realized what was going to happen, and he was still twitching. No.
Damn. I might try that one out.
Squatch. Someone in the chat, here I am, MS at PF, said they were saying they think it's Dave Chappelle. Was that the guy you were talking about? The comedian?
Don't think it's Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle kind of cribbed a little bit of this dude's act, but it's different because
Chris Rock.
I can't remember.
Was
I
it
can't
Chris
remember.
Rock?
I'll go find it at some point.
Because I remember Chris Rock has a few jokes along that line. which got some people in trouble because they were quoting Chris Rock, and people
I
are
like
like, "Why
how
are you
this would
being-"
be like the only two black comedians Shadu knows.
That's
What, there's more?
Chris Rock.
Yeah, Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
What the fuck? I'm picturing a face right now, a third one, and I'm just like I can
Is it
see
black?
his face. I can see his fucking
Arden Party,
smirking grin.
it might be Cat Williams. That sounds like a Cat Williams bit.
Oh, Cat Williams. Yeah,
he's
he goes
great.
ballistic with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he goes off and basically uses it in every possible connotation you could think of, and then just goes to some other bit and doesn't even make a big deal out of it. And it's
That man, Cat Williams, could compose an entire sentence with that one word.
Yeah.
Like
And make it coherent. Yeah.
And you would understand.
Yeah, and you get it. Yeah.
Hard R.
Man, nincompoop.
Fucking Groot.
Yeah, you know what? Now the more I think about it, the more it sounds like a Cat Williams bit, man.
I need that as a comic strip. You have like a little tree superhero, and he just communicates using that word. That'd be fucking hilarious.
What, Groot?
No,
Yeah.
no, hold on, no, even better.
N-word
even better.
Groot.
Make it a raccoon. Make it a raccoon that can only communicate using that word.
He has
Double
kind of a
razor.
pointy cowl.
Oh, God.
He's a skunk that paints his stripes. He's like Rocky Raccoon, a full cybernetic being and totally conscious, but he doesn't want people to know he's a skunk. And so he paints he dyes his hair. Critical
He wears
personality.
He wears one blue bandana and one red bandana for unity's sake.
Right. Pops around like Pepe Le Pew. God, it'd be beautiful. We got another cohort for our Jizz Man from Space comic.
Yep.
You got to get the AI on that shit. Are you familiar with Jizz Man from Space?
Me? No, I'm not. I'm not into it. I don't know what it is.
Okay, so you can kind of see him on our background here a little bit.
You're kind of in the middle of the jizz.
Yeah. So Jizz Man from Space. Let's revisit this. So a while back, Sasquatch, green-haired anti-liberal, and myself were having a conversation that devolved into lunacy and degeneracy pretty rapidly, actually, because Sasquatch doesn't believe that the 24-hour feed that we get from NASA on the space station is actually a real thing. And I'm going to let you explain why.
All right. So we have hundreds, if not millions of hours of space station and various NASA and international space station footage, right? Where is my 0G snuff film? And you know it would have been done by the first two humans who got in 0G with a fucking camera. Where they
Hell yeah.
Film, but sure.
Well, not necessarily, but I mean, have you ever done anything in 0G? You don't know how dangerous that shit is. Shit's going to go wrong. But in any event, that means that NASA is hiding approximately, 137 pounds of jism?
Yeah, something like that.
Not if they swallow it, right?
And I'll give it to you. Jizz Man from Space.
So,
I'm glad to be in the center of that.
Yeah, essentially what Jizz Man is all of that missing sperm in 0G that got irradiated with cosmic radiation out in space, and he came to life to save us all from villains such as Reservoir Hip.
Yeah, it just all coagulated together.
Clues asking in the chat there, can one jizz at 0G? I think if you were out in space, it'd literally get sucked out of you.
I think there's a whole pressure thing there, so I don't know, but it must have happened, right? Like the pair of astronauts that was stuck up there for like 11 months before Musk brought him back. I mean, somebody got off at some point.
It's more of a 0G dribble at that point.
I've got to be honest with you. I still think it would work. There may be like some kind of pressure sort of thing going on there, but like the amount of muscles that it takes to contract that seminal gland and push all those fluids out, it's like it. But that's the thing, because it's in 0G, you know, and there's like hardly any friction or anything like that. It's like, you know, like Superman shooting his load.
So heavy. Lois' head off.
Here I am.
38 caliber.
Says, I'm out of here. Space is fake. I mean, you know, you're entitled to your opinion, but apparently jizz in space is also fake.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing.
Well, it's not, because we've got to have Jizz Man from space. How can it be fake?
Well, there you go. Yeah.
Right. I mean, there's a picture of him right here on the screen. I don't know.
We hold these truths to be self-evident.
Yeah, and to shout out the credit where it's due, the guy who actually put the description into AI and came up with this image is one of our subscribers, Suka Nuka. he doesn't like me giving him credit for this shit, but I'm gonna.
Make sure
I'm pretty sure he also did the Naughty Corner song, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yes.
That was him.
I totally stole that.
Dude, Suka's great. I freaking love Suka.
Right.
Going back to the snuff films from space, though, right. There's not necessarily a snuff film, but there is a snuff sort of radio play, if you will. It
doesn't have to be snuff. I'm just saying there is no 0G pornography available on the NASA website, and I find that hard to believe. In fact, I find that so hard to believe that I would rather believe they completely faked the moon landing utilizing the skills and technology from Silicon Valley and Hollywood rather than people didn't have sex while in space at all. Not one person jerked off, not ever. You put a bunch of monkeys in a can for thousands of days and not one of them jizzing on a camera lens.
But but they've got like protocols, don't they? And like,
sure, okay, protocols are great.
You're not allowed. Like, it'll endanger the mission completely if you fuck on the space station. I don't know.
Tell that to a monkey.
What the rules are.
You're assuming low G. You're assuming that being in low G and being outside of the Earth's atmosphere isn't going to cause issues with that. Because remember, if you're a woman.
Dude. When I looked down at the world and realized I could jizz on the window and cover the whole goddamn world in a shot, I'm fucking doing it.
The ultimate money shot.
My counterpoint is they found that women being in low G would struggle if they tried to get pregnant. They would struggle to actually have a viable pregnancy.
I'm talking about the physical act of coitus, sir.
Right, no, but my point being is if the environment might result in a less desire to do it. Thus, there wouldn't be the actual action.
I think they drug them, honestly. I think that's the actual answer. And I've been waiting for somebody for years to be like, oh, well, they probably drug them so that they can't get it up and they don't experience, it would make sense.
Yeah, it's easily done.
Yeah, it's also entirely possible those suits are anatomically correct.
That's look, there might be something to what Sasquatch is saying about like chemical castrators and whatnot, because if I remember right, y'all remember about 10 years ago, they put out a call. There was a company called Mars One before Elon jumped on the whole bandwagon thing out of, I want to say, Holland. And they were recruiting people from around the world for a 10-year mission to, prepare and then to launch a one-way trip to Mars. And one of the stipulations was giving up any idea of ever having sex again. So I don't know.
But this is the thing, though, isn't it? That they can't, because they're up there for such a long time. They can't, take the chance of, someone getting pregnant up there. We
got Plan B, bro. That's way past 1960s type stuff, dude. That's not a thing. We got a little tiny pill they can send up with them, and if anything goes haywire, you just pop the pill. Everything's fine.
That's cyanide.
No. And I'm not saying I approve of the use of such things, but in mission critical situations, I think they probably have a few up there.
That's interesting.
Same organization that asked a woman how many tampons she would need and whether or not
that's interesting that Samuel, you brought that up, because one of my good friends was part of the Mars One project.
Really?
Yeah.
I almost applied for it.
Yeah. You have to go through so much excruciating for a woman, different tests and things going on. By the time you get up there, that's the last of your worries. No.
Yeah, I applied, but I wouldn't kiss the walls, so they wouldn't let me do it.
No, I couldn't do it because I have a very long history of self-abuse with violence and drugs and stuff. So my body is not what they'd call peak condition.
Yeah, you got to have the right stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
I
literally just consulted ChatGPT about sex in space.
This is
It says, has there been any sex in space? It says, short answer, there is no confirmed, publicly acknowledged case of humans having sex in space.
That's not a no.
No, it isn't. It comes in with a longer explanation, but the summary is, so the honest answer is we don't know for sure, but there's no verified evidence that it has happened or hasn't happened.
Ask it to refine it down to an emoji.
Sorry.
It's just going to be the shrug one, isn't it?
Yes. Yes. And I'm stating right now that until you could show me the money shot in 0 G by some dude, some chick, some pair thereof, I'm not picky. I don't believe any of the space agency's bullshit is legit, and just you can't prove it. That would be proof.
Hold on. Have you considered it's kind of like what they do with war correspondence, where it's live, but it's delayed by like 10 minutes?
I think maybe the whole thing.
They have some dudes whose job it is to watch it, and if they start seeing sex, to click a button.
Is it the same dude who watches me through my fucking camera on my computer when I'm doing my thing? When I'm
No.
Yeah.
This guy has to do like 3 more sit-ups. This guy's like a professional. He has to do 3 more sit-ups.
We're experiencing technical difficulties right now. We'll be back with the live feed in about, I'd say about 5 minutes.
Because I mean, listen.
We've gone into a bit of a communications blackout area.
Oh no,
we'll be back.
That's the thing, though, man. That's why I said it's the same guy, because the CIA does watch you masturbate through every device that you have. Which is why I like to set out a bunch of candles, put on a little Sade, some smooth operator, because if they're going to be there, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be enjoying myself. They might as well get a show.
Make eye contact with your camera,
right?
Just to
I make it as uncomfortable as possible.
Make it a group project.
Continual. But seriously, I would be more apt to believe that they have successfully pulled off a 60, 70, 80-year black project to imitate the
69.
Good number. Then believe that not once in the entire history of the entire film space agency did we accidentally catch evidence of monkeys screwing in space.
The CIA does, Boosh. The CIA does.
See,
actually, in that long answer, it does actually say animals have reproduced in space, including insects, fish, frogs, and mammals, to study how microgravity affects reproduction.
But no, I'm talking about human population. We can fake all the rest of that shit in a lab. There, you can't tell me you can't.
Did you guys catch the beautiful moon? I don't know. We're in different parts of the world.
You've got a full moon.
The last couple of days, the moon was like in my face.
I actually got a good
in your face.
Good picture of it the other day with my shitty camera phone.
My dad and I actually were in the backyard smoking cigars and watching WWE, and he notices the backyard is unusually bright and thinks that like someone had left the light on upstairs. He has me go check, and I'm like, no, the moon just is really bright. It looks like a dime.
Yeah,
it's freaking beautiful.
I was actually in the backyard with my dad smoking crack, and he's been dead for several years.
That's just the crack talking. We talked about
in Europe.
It's more crack for you.
Yeah, in Europe, around Christmas, we had like a smiley face, the moon, and two planets.
Nice.
Yeah, they were good mushrooms, man.
Actually, right now, Jupiter and Saturn's visibility is extremely high. So, most nights you'll find them, at least where I'm at in the northern side of the Western Hemisphere. You can see them pretty clearly flanking Orion.
Yeah, they are on the left-hand side, just where the moon is right now.
Yeah, it's there's some cool stuff out there. I noticed we pivoted real far away from sex in space, real quick.
Thanks, Adam.
However, let's just go back to it quickly. Have you seen fluids and how they react in space?
Yeah,
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine if you got like a syringe full of water and you just sort of squirted it at the end of the syringe like that. What do you think would happen to that if it hit anything at that speed?
Splat.
Yeah, and it'd just go everywhere. In my head, if I was an astronaut, I'd be thinking, I don't want to have to fucking clean that up.
No,
You have to remember the fluid tension.
Semen also has a much higher viscosity than water, too, right? So it's going to be sticky.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes,
and getting all over the controls and down the cracks of things, and well, I suppose that's where it's supposed to go. Really, I mean,
it gives the spaceship more of a lived-in feel.
You know, there's a way we could find this out. We just got to get Elon Musk to send Bonnie Blue up there. It's not like she can do any more damage to herself, right?
Well, bro, we're not trying to give space AIDS.
I might be okay with giving space AIDS.
Also, Jack,
now I understand your plan. Finally, I've been wondering. Let's contact League of the Supervillains immediately and tell them your plans.
Actually, I've got two things. I just realized two funny things. Well, realized one thing, and I just want to say something. I have an incredibly overactive brain, so thank you for that image, that very graphic, animated image, Jack. And the second detail is, I think we've discovered Jizzman's origin story.
No, we already covered Jizzman's origin story when we created him back like a year and a half ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the question came up.
You missed that stream. You don't get to come in and fucking retroactively.
I didn't realize it had been addressed, Sam.
You gotta wait until at least issue.
Out of all of the people on the panel, who do you think would make a good astronaut?
Well, you know what I'd be doing.
I thought Sam already lives in space.
I'm kind of omnipresent. It's not really in space. It's not really not in space. It's a whole thing.
Honestly, I feel like, and this is gonna sound simpish, I feel like it would be Anna, because everyone here is either too old, too broken, or too fucking batshit crazy.
Your mom,
Anna.
Okay, thank you. I think you should go to space.
No. Hold on a second.
I don't necessarily think that I would be the best person to be an astronaut, but I really, really want to go to space.
No,
but
really?
I really want to go there.
Earlier.
You think you could handle the gravity?
Oh yeah, I mean, I've been in one of those.
Really?
What, with the takeoff gravity? Yeah, I've been in one of those centrifuges before. Yeah, I've been in one of them before. It's not a problem.
Sure
7G is easy.
No.
Yeah, you just got to squeeze your butt cheeks together.
No, mate, that was a K-hole.
You are right, though. You are right.
I was gonna say I can simulate space for you in just a couple of ingredients, man. All we got to do is we get a coat closet, right? We paint the inside black. We put a bunch of them glow in the dark fucking stars up in there. Let them charge for half a day on a black light. Then we'll stick you in there, feed you 2 bottles of Robitussin. You're gonna vomit them immediately because that shit is awful. And then you are going to explore the universe. I promise you, it's worth it.
We call that robo tripping.
I'm not even.
Don't try to say whole thing
or Sam.
Ain't no one fucking in space after a Robitussin.
How about we don't simulate space? How about we subsidize whichever company can get me to space sooner, because I want to be racist to space aliens.
Because Robitussin's cheaper.
Yes, when are we doing this?
Yeah, and we could lie about it at infinity.
Right?
This is where we're at.
Counterpoint, send me to Bejor. I want to pull a freaking Ducat.
Yeah. Imagine that. You get out into space and then the aliens are like, kiss the fucking space wall.
Is that where the space lasers
don't
come
think
from?
There's aliens.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to have to worry about that for a long, long time.
Yeah.
And I think we've already spent too much energy thinking about the what if aliens hypothesis. And I'm not even saying that they haven't come to Earth. I'm just saying that if we go out there, we're like the trailer park trash of the universe. They're not going to say hi.
Or we're like those damn dirty barbarian savages occupying the European peninsula around end of year 1000, beginning of the 1100s. No, I'm thinking of the Franks mostly with a little bit of German. Just going to come out screaming out of the hinterlands and just take over everything from more developed civilizations.
I think you've read too many humans fuck yeah books.
No, I've read too many books on the Crusades.
Same thing, pretty much. Yes, Wolf.
Yep.
Yeah.
Listen, if God didn't want us to be racist to space aliens, he would have made them in his image.
You know, it's funny that actually. No. Hold up. So you mentioned this, right? I encountered a meme about a year ago, right? I know not everybody here plays Monster Hunter, but there's a certain satisfaction in hunting down things that are 3 times your size and making them into boots. And
what about women?
This particular meme.
I was going to say this is before he played the video game,
right? Well, I mean, Buffalo Bill had a point. Your skin's got to have a little bit of give in order for it to be. Anyway,
would you fuck me? I'd fuck me.
So, anyway, this meme, right, was essentially it was a character in game, basically smacking down a giant fire-breathing lizard, and all it said was Monster Hunter, reminding lizards that they're not made in God's image since 2002.
Nice.
It was good times, man. Good times.
See, that's the thing. I generally am fairly friendly towards the concept of aliens. I figure anybody who's traveled a few billion light years to travel across the galaxy has probably got something interesting to say about it.
I'm more of a Jay and Silent Bob kind of take on this. I want to be the first guy to go to space, find an alien life form, and fuck it.
I got you. No, I'm here.
Yeah.
As long as I got my Beretta.
Let's start on the ISS first, yeah. Let's
let's get that space gear sorted out.
Right.
Meanwhile, I'm personally more of a Commander Shepard. I'll fuck them. I'll hang out with them. I'll drink with them. I'll genocide them. I'm all for it.
Kid, what did you do? No, I don't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a Captain Kirk myself.
Aliens better watch out. The first green chick I find is so screwed.
Wait, hold on. What did I do to offend Anna?
You exist. You're white, and you're up and coming in the American military.
Yeah.
No, I'm genuinely confused. Actually.
Do you want to go to
Spock in the streets, Kirk in the skeets.
Oh my god, dude! Come on.
So Anna, what is it then? He wants to go to space, and what? What was it that upset you?
F words. No.
No, but legitimately, the main reason I want to go to space, like,
I don't want to hear it.
Just pivot quickly.
No.
Huh?
Being honestly, if I would, pretty much right now, my only motivation to go to space would be
Commander Shepard was not about the F word. Commander Shepard was all about.
He was tagging the big furry guy too,
shooting people in the face.
I judging by the most common conversation I've had about Mass Effect is which alien, Liara or Tali, people would prefer to bone. I'm going to heavily disagree there, though I do agree he is there. My personal interpretation of Shepard is, yes, he is there to shoot stuff. Batarians, mostly. Those disgusting, not made in God's image animals.
I'm just going to go with the old adage that this is my weapon and this is my gun.
Yeah, but the Batarians had a whole story if you actually thought about it, and you could, in the game, actually work with them.
Evolutionarily, they were on the same level as humans, too, by the way.
I have a sympathizer over here. Hey, make that phone call, Shadow. Get them on it.
I'm fully aware that the Batarians were a dark mirror of humanity, where we went down the liberal society can play well with the council. The Batarians were the evil ones, and Shepard can kind of help them.
What are you talking
Just think about this, though. Just think of the opportunities for the Kama Sutra in space, right? Right here on Earth, right? We are like, limited by gravity. Yeah.
Let's get creative.
G, right? Imagine we could do Kama Sutra too.
India has a space
boogaloo.
They do have a space program.
You're telling me that some Indians went up there and they didn't? They're literally famous for it on Earth.
Well, they're not streaming their video to NASA either.
The space program is actually pretty good.
Yeah, they're still providing tech support in outer space.
Yeah.
Aliens 70,000 light years away, just listening to recordings now.
I do not read it. I got this image in my head right now of like, hey, I'm calling tech support because my rocket didn't go off. Well, did you try unplugging it and plugging it back in, sir?
No, Bob.
You need to take your ion reactor and restart. Just some random cunt from Punjab. Just fucking taking care of tech support for Zeta Reticulans.
That was good. I knew there was a reason I did a show with you, Abe.
That's true. That's true.
Because he's everywhere.
Tuesday nights, by the way, shameless plug.
Yeah. Abe, he gets around. He gets in those hard to scrub places, and
hell yeah, Abe's for everyone.
So yeah, it is what it is, man. I don't know. It seems like a pretty good place to bring the show to a close, actually.
We're not going to continue with Maduro then, okay?
We could continue with Maduro. I'm not sure what else.
I think we've moved past Venezuela.
Look, man,
we're in outer space now.
We have, I think, covered most everything that I know about at this point, and it's still developing. So we will probably touch back on it at a later date. But like right now, as far as I know, like dude was on a boat ride last I heard, heading this way, heading to New York. The only other thing that came up that I thought was funny was fucking Mom Donnie saying, "You're not holding him in my city."
Isn't he already in New York? Actually.
Yeah, he's being tried by the Southern District of New York, isn't he?
Yeah.
Here's a concept. Why don't we send all the people we don't like to space?
It's very expensive. It's much easier to get a wood chipper.
We already have an island that we can put everyone on that we don't want.
But we can tell everyone.
I've seen enough of those Madagascar movies.
And it's the same reason why most countries don't solve the migrant problem with the Vladian solution. It's because they have these silly things called ethics, which I don't quite understand. I tested negative for that, so I don't.
Yeah,
really
I know you don't.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. We could. I mean, there's a perfect island right now that we could all send them to. One that they're all mostly familiar with anyway. Little St. James.
Yeah.
We just put a bunch of fucking sea mines around it, so they can't leave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alligator Alcatraz.
Well, that's technically landlocked, but
it's very landlocked.
So I mean, it's in the middle of a fucking swamp. There's a lot of very squishy land there,
and very toothy things, and more showing up every day, dude. Florida is the literal time bomb of America in invasive species. It is the incubator that will lead to our new genome that will take over in the next 65 years.
Florida is ranked hell. Florida is objectively ranked hell.
So I'm gonna put this real quick. I'm gonna put this out there. Lepo's saying island Australia. It was tried before. Here's the thing: Australia isn't an island; it's a continent, right? And it has resources, and it was also settled by people who had no choice but to do what they had to do to survive. And what they did, being who they were, criminals or not, was build a thriving nation. Now, what I'm proposing is that we take a bunch of people, undesirables, like Anna was saying, and we place them on a much fucking smaller island with very little resources and no way to leave. Totally different scenario. They'll be eating each other inside of a month.
I think I'm going to lean more towards Abe's idea about the wall.
Meanwhile,
let's just unalive it with extra.
We could put a wall on the island too. I don't care. Let's just throw all the defenses.
Oh, man, screw all that shit. That's a whole lot of bureaucracy. They'll eventually get off. People will find out about
involve those people. Most of them are going to be on the island anyway.
Just kiss the fucking wall.
If I could throw my hat into the ring about this, I kind of like what Sasquatch was saying earlier about the wood chipper. What if we could kill two birds with one stone? We take all the drains on society, all the pedos, all the, rapists, all that kind of stuff, the criminals, all that. We put them in a wood chipper, we can them up, and we send them to the third world, solving world hunger.
I mean,
I got
no, because
Katie will take him in a heartbeat.
No.
What
That's
you
how
do?
we get. That's how you get actual World War Z. Like there have been studies where people who consume human meat actually go back.
He is correct. That's some Soylent Green bullshit.
That-
What
that-
you
that
do
will- that
is
will
you
But
actually-
I
take
don't
the
have to
people,
eat it.
you put them through the winter, you deposit them in the desert Southwest. Now, not all of the desert Southwest is desert because it's desert. Some of it's desert because it's shaped wrong and doesn't retain water. It's basically a big pile of aquarium gravel. If you fill in all the little divots out there and give it some biological material, it would actually surprise you as to how verdant and green that would become, especially with about 18 inches of human tissue. Just completely reclaim the West, bro.
See, I just suggest rope. Rope is cheap. Rope is reusable.
Right, but you still got to do something with the bodies afterwards, man.
Right.
Bonfire.
Fertilizer.
No, that's
Yeah,
true.
like there was this
That's
dude back in the
Mhm.
40s. He took 6 million bodies and just made
Besides-
them disappear.
Just do,
Yeah.
do what China
Yeah.
did.
I
I think I've heard of this guy. Yeah.
Just do what
Hmm.
China did during COVID. Burn millions of bodies outside of their cities and claim they're not doing anything.
Yeah, but that's
I don't-
again, that's not useful, right? Fertile
could sell
soil is
tickets.
useful,
Fertile soil is useful.
long term
Yeah.
useful.
And things, you can't eat the things, but you can grow things that you can eat in it.
You can sell tickets. Let children be the ones that burn it. Like
I
give
mean,
them a little
dude,
bit of like.
we buy produce
Dude,
from Mexico
I
and they
understand
fertilize
the
stuff with
fire
human shit.
fetish.
So, like, yeah, it's just you want to focus on the future, right? You want to if you're going to do anything with it, you got to do something with it, right? You might as well do something that's going to provide long-term benefits as opposed to just keeping you warm for a night.
You said that we eat food from Mexico and they put human shit on their as fertilizer.
Mhm.
You said it like it was a bad thing. Do you not shit in your plant pots then?
I don't do plants.
My neighbor does. I don't have to.
Do
Plants
you
is
not shit
something
on
I
your
have from other
plates?
people.
Come on.
I breathe the oxygen. I don't grow
Extra
the fucking
flavor.
plants.
Why are you guys talking about Indian? Why are you guys talking about Indian food?
It's got electrolytes.
Indian
That's what
food is
plants want.
spicy.
It's got E. coli.
Oh man, no, definitely a good time to fucking close out the show. This is just getting worse.
And I was just starting to have fun.
That's the problem.
Oh no,
like Anna's
been-
completely
Yeah.
checked out and Mike's muted. She's out. She's out of this conversation.
Yeah, I don't think she
God.
appreciated the whole space sex thing.
Mhm.
I think
She
she
did
was
a
more mad
fuck
about.
this shit. I'm out.
I think she was more mad about what I said about
I'm
Commander
here.
Shepard.
Yeah.
I think that's more of it.
Yeah.
You might be right.
Yeah, well, they can't all be bad
Yeah.
takes, kid.
Yeah. I blame Shadow. The
We
rest
always
of the degenerate conversation we had.
Actually, you know what? Let's
Also
blame you for
Shadow.
all this stuff because we've got limited amount
Yeah.
of time in which to do that.
60%.
Yeah.
I'm the problem 100% of the time.
Yeah, you're not
Yeah.
getting a medal for that.
Yeah.
Did I say I want a participation trophy?
Didn't ask.
Yeah.
I was telling you how
Damn
it
it.
was going to be.
I don't know.
Exactly.
I love the fact that I know people who actually are training to go to space. Once you experience that thing that you take photos of, you look up right now, like the moon is beautiful tonight. Like,
Mhm.
people
It's a
want
full
to
moon.
go there. That
Put
is
your pants
beautiful.
back on.
Come
Mhm.
on. I don't care about the scientific element. Whatever.
How can you stand on
I
a
mean, Anna does have a point because if I remember right, there's like some phenomenon where you can actually, like, if you look out into space outside of the atmosphere, like out at the stars and out at the moon,
Yeah,
that-
that's called
you-
the realize that you actually have to be thankful for everything you have on Earth.
no, you actually go insane. because
Yeah.
your brain is not.
Yeah,
designed to
Buzz
handle
Aldrin was talking about that. Yeah.
I think that depends on your mind. Firefly made a pretty good analogy for that with Simon and
Space.
River when you're outside of
Yeah.
the ship, and the sane one freaks out, but the insane one is just like filled with wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Limitless childlike wonder.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, that's a good commentary on just like everything, really. I've made this point before. You need to be batshit crazy to come up with something new, because a normal person is going to be operating within the way the world works, whereas the crazy person's able to see the cracks.
Or just smoke it.
Yeah.
Yeah, get some DNT inside you.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, maybe don't do that.
Scrape that shit clean off the glass. Let's roll.
Can I put my socks in your dryer? Do you have a lighter?
I was stuck with you guys on like a spaceship.
You want to buy a flashlight? Flashlight?
Never, ever. By the way, never.
I can sell you the batteries.
Never give a crackhead your lighter. You're never going to see it again.
But you've made an ally in your life.
It'll
No,
burn
you
your eyes
haven't.
out.
They're crackheads. They have no loyalty.
What were you saying there,
Never
Anna,
do, they loyal
about
to
being
the rock.
on a space station with us?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay in my quarters.
Yeah, that's not gonna go great under any circumstance.
We just wake up in the morning and we'll be like,
how big do you think the fucking space station is?
Imagine
It's literally a curtain.
6
You
months
think I
mission
can't
to
open
Mars
a fucking
with a
curtain,
bunch of
Anna?
you. No, thank you.
Hold
no.
on, I have the mental image of Anna like trying to sleep in her cot. It's like 1 a.m. Sam's like screaming something as he's like trying to fight some big alien he brought up from the surface. Part 2, it's Squatch just like smoking a blunt and like yelling at a camera for like some stream. You get to like number 3. You get to number 3 and it's like me screaming my head off, shooting off guns or something as I jump
Yeah,
down
you'd be
into gravity.
pulling out a whole bunch of books and be
Yeah,
like, "This is
as
not
we're all
how you
trying to-
fight an alien from this country."
As we're all trying to swim through space to avoid the jizz clouds.
Speaking of books, I refuse
Oh
to admit how many boxes it took to store all my books. I refuse to discuss how.
We're the best of humanity.
Bro, they won't be books, they'll be bricks, because all those pages will be stuck together.
Yeah, no, no. In this hypothetical space station, if anyone fucking comes in my books, I'm wasting ammunition on your corpse.
Okay. I mean,
yeah.
First, you have to identify.
I mean, if you want to off yourself,
I'm going to blame this guy.
It's pretty dangerous to me. What did I do? I didn't do anything.
Just understood, bro. Like I saw you.
I didn't jizz on his book. I jizzed
Clifton
in
would be
his
like
book.
polishing the
I
gun.
jizzed in his general direction, and it just happened to hit the book.
What am I doing?
So not only do you suck, you're also a bad shot.
As much as I fucking hate you guys, I am gonna miss this shit. Unironically, it just kind of hit me. It didn't hit me last week, but it hit me this week. Exactly how much I'm gonna miss.
Actually, in memoriam, because it's the only thing I currently have available. Because I actually purged a lot of the old stuff that I had on here, unfortunately, including the Twinkerbelt meme, which was fucking hilarious, but it's not on here. This is all I got. This is what you're getting. Thanks to Shadu. This is goodbye to you.
$20 is still $20, big boy.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
A math's a math.
To a station bathroom, does it really matter?
Yeah. I can at least say I don't look that young anymore. Little bit.
What fucking planet do you live? Are you from outer space?
I don't look that young anymore. Like
That's
2 years
his
ago.
concern. You're supposed to say I was young and needed the money and just roll with it.
Yeah, that's
wow.
the one contribution I can make after seeing that again. At least I
Right.
don't.
Fucking hell, man.
Tell you what, kid.
That almost downgraded you back to zygote.
Not true.
Holy
Not
shit.
true. You took it well. You took it all very well.
I will retire that one after today. It will be the last time we play it because the next time I see you, I expect you to be a full-on man and in control of your life.
Right?
Yeah.
At least a couple of puppies on the way.
Mm-hmm.
Sam, I'm selling myself to the military-industrial complex. What
Right.
control of my life do I have?
You're going to have a Hellcat and a
stand by
stripper
what I
wife
said.
and 2 kids that don't belong to you.
Squatch. Mustang, foreigner who can barely speak English. Get it right.
And 2 kids that don't belong to you.
Yeah, no, that part's not happening.
Yeah,
Hell
so
yeah.
maybe don't get married before you go in, so you don't get Dear John.
Mhm.
Jody. Oh, dude, they used to call me Jody on the base.
Stray
Oh,
rescue. I
stop
pulled out of the
bullying.
dumpster.
Just
Stop
fine.
bullying. Come on.
Shadow, I'll say this much. Spartan, come back with your shield or upon it.
Good man.
Yeah.
Good quote.
Yeah.
So, but I was serious at the top of the show. I'm not giving you a long drawn out fucking goodbye. We already did that like a couple weeks ago. So,
So if you guys want to go see that long drawn out goodbye, go check out the previous week's episode or the previous week's episode of Screaming into the Void.
yeah,
Good,
do that.
good send off.
Yeah.
So, but that said, we're going to close up the show now because otherwise we're just going to keep going with this jizz thing. And like, I'm so glad it's towards the end because I don't have to explain to my mother what we just did. But that said, this has been great. Jack, we're definitely having you back on. You were a blast. I forget. It's been a
Thank
minute
you.
since we streamed together. You were a lot of fun to fucking stream with.
And that's why I do a show with him.
Yeah, you
Check us out on Tuesday.
So, but yeah, let's go around the horn, let people know where they can find you, where you're going to be. We're going to start with our wayward youngin who will come back to us a man, Shadow of Hawk.
Oh.
After this week, my after this week, my Twitter will be going on private mode just for like make it a little bit harder to look into that. So enjoy my bad takes while you can. And actually, I am working on something that may or may not be in White Shark Quarterly, the magazine that one of my buddies has been working on. It got its first edition, I think, last year at like October or something like that. Something to look into. It's kind of a hobby magazine where different people submit short stories, articles, hobby projects, products they're making, etc. And I'm working on an essay that I think is a pretty interesting topic.
The fact that you said essay means that you're still in school. It's cute.
Well, what other word would I use to describe a paper like that?
Manifesto.
Paper.
It's not political.
It doesn't have to be political, but essay also means sexual assault. So
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
It's such a mouth.
it's kind of like when I use CP to describe cerebral palsy. Everybody thinks I'm talking about something else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Continue.
But yeah, so
Yeah. Move on.
for the actual like magazine and like information about it, assuming my product actually or my essay actually gets accepted, I'm posting the profile for it into the chat, so someone who's not on mobile can post it into the public chat in case people want to look at it or take a look at it themselves. Even if like I don't get accepted into it, I still recommend you follow it and maybe pick up a copy because Shark he's a freaking great dude. And a lot of the guys that have submitted articles are friends of mine, and they do a lot of really cool shit. So just something to look into. I'd highly recommend.
Fair enough. And we still need to get Shark on the panel. I know he's wanted to come on a couple of times. So we'll be I'll be reaching out to him at some point about that.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Good to know. And also, as a reminder, before we go too much further, everybody who's on the panel today and a number of people who didn't make it today, their YouTube channel links are in the description below, so you can find them there as well as wherever Aaron Laura's posting them in the chat, like the badass mod that she is. Anna, what do you got coming up? Where can people find you?
You can find me on Monday Mashup with Clifton. And then back on the pub with yourselves and then the full Aussie. Yeah. Sorry, I sound exhausted. But yeah. Clifton. Promote yourself.
Sure, we'll go there.
Okay.
Hey, are you awake up there
Yes,
on
I'm,
the upper
yes,
deck?
of course I'm awake. No, of course I'm awake. No, yeah, as Anna already said, on Monday Mashup. A lot of fun. I think in 2 weeks we have Vagabond on, so that's gonna be cool. Yeah, because we
He's
all
pretty
know
cool.
Anna loves talking about anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, love it.
I'm sure it's not
So
hentai.
great.
Yeah, exactly.
Love it.
It might be a surprise.
Spoiler
And-
alert, it's always hentai. It's always hentai.
Yes, and every Saturday I'm on Brandon the Anime Guy's channel, and sometimes I take over and laugh maniacally.
All right.
I love that.
Cool.
Uh-huh.
Sweet.
Abe, why don't you go next?
Yeah, you can catch me next on the Jack and Abe show on Tuesday, Hump Day Chinwag on Wednesday, the Full Aussie Reviews Stargate on Thursday. Let's see. Then I'll be back for Beelzebub, then Abyssal Musings.
Other way around.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, Abyssal Musings, then Beelzebub. Actually, I'm back on YouTube and Chill this week as well with Rockefeller Plaza. So it's before those two. Then I'll be on the Full Aussie podcast after Beelzebub. Then Anime After Dark. Then I'll be right back here, and probably a few of the streams in between.
Yeah.
And you can find
So
me everywhere.
basically,
Abe's
if
going to
we're
get
on
you.
the International Space Station, you're the one who's always going to be awake. We don't.
Yeah, I'm the one basically coordinating the world.
Yeah.
Just like, right, yeah. Right, you jizz there. Sorted.
You see, I have this app on my phone called the ISS tracker, and it literally tells me when the ISS is about to pass over. So I constantly watch it. Now, whenever I look up at the ISS, I'm going to be thinking of Jizzman from outer space every single time.
Dude,
You just go out. You go
he's there to
outside.
save every one of us. Like Flash.
You go
Gordon.
outside
Bless you.
as soon as it's directly above you. Right, you lie down. You take all your clothes off, and then you stare at it and masturbate viciously.
Wow.
Yeah, but
I
the
do
whole
make
time
eye
you gotta be-
contact with the ISS.
The whole time you got to be singing Remy Zero's "Somebody Save Me."
Hell yes. Or Starman.
If you're gay, we will accept Rocket Man.
Right.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. Jack, thank you so much for joining us today, brother. This is a blast. We're definitely going to have you back on again. What do you have coming up? What are your plans on the internet? Where can people find you?
Well, thank you for having me on the show tonight. It's been a minute, as you said previously, so thank you so much for having me on the show. It's good to see you all again. My name is Jack Tarlad. You can find me on all of my socials at Jack Tarlad. Monday nights, 10 o'clock British time, I have a show called Chat Battle, where the chat can get involved. They don't really have to do anything apart from put one in the chat. Get to the top of the leaderboard by watching your ball beat the shit out of another ball with a baseball bat. It's a little program that I programmed myself and all that kind of stuff. Tuesday night, 10:30 is the Jack and Abe, that side, isn't it? Yeah, Jack and Abe show. So come and watch us there, where we talk absolute bollocks for a good few hours. Wednesday nights, I'm on Tomby's Hump Day Chinwag, and Thursday night is my flagship show called Read and Roll, where we bring on a guest to play through a fighting fantasy choose your own adventure game book. And Anna's been on that, haven't you, Anna? And Abe, of course. But Anna's yeah, see, you can go and watch the VODs for that. And what else have we got? I might do some gaming through the days, but just look out for that. My main shows are usually 10 o'clock British time, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. So, like I said, thanks for having me on again. And yeah, we'll see you all next time.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, man. Caucasian Sasquatch.
I don't know. I was almost there, dude. If he'd kept talking, I'd have finally finished.
Read us the ride.
Yeah, tomorrow I've got the Blast Radius, 8 p.m. Eastern. That's with Captain Curmudgeon. He does funny stuff. He makes me laugh. Tuesday is the Naughty Corner with AJOT, where we look at bad cops, bad people, bad parents, bad folks that belong in the Naughty Corner. Interrogation footage, various other things like that. Next week, either if I decide not to stream, haven't really been producing a whole lot of my own content. I spend most of my time on other people's channels, different ones, Powdered Dusty.
I feel you, bro.
It's a lot of effort that I'd rather eat. I'm hungry and I want to go. Y'all be cool. I'll be back here next week.
All right, cool. As far as that brings us around to me, the next thing I got coming up, I'll be helping out behind the scenes, moderating and show running for Exiled Lioness 2, who is my radical Muslim friend who really has a thing about juice boxes and rainbows. After that, we'll be back for Stream of Conscious on Monday on the Renaissance Nerds channel. We are finally coming back after a month on hiatus. Otherwise, Abyssal Musings right here next Friday. Beelzebub on Beelzehub right after that. And then back here again for Screaming Into the Void. There will be some game streams in between. We'll figure all that shit out as it comes up. Thank you all for being here. Thank you to everybody on the panel and everybody in chat. You guys are awesome. Appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all next time. And remember, it could always be worse. It could be raining flaming cobras. Bye, everybody.
Bye.